Live from the Toad Hop Network studios
in Hollywood.
This
is the ToadHopNetwork.com.
A place of our own without a lot of parents peering down our backs.
Radio worth watching.
All right, everybody, it's the Schmoes Know podcast. Holy crap, man, a lot of stuff happening this week. It is good to be back. Crazy show last week, crazy show week before, and it's soon to be another crazy show. A lot of stuff going on. Christian Harloff here, Schmoes Know. I got the lovely, the beautiful... I got the lovely and the beautiful and the talented Josh McCouga to my right.
Thank you.
And Tiffany Smith, our co-host of every week and the co-host of Stacked. Oh, excuse me, the host of Stacked every Saturday on the Schmoes Know channel. And we're here for a battle. Wildman, how is it going, buddy?
Oh, it's going great. There's a party out in the lobby. I just made myself a vodka cranberry. Things are about to get weird.
That's good.
Let's do it.
Well, Josh the Wildman McCouga will be sitting here with us for the first half an hour as we talk about news. Mr. Riley, the Facty McFacterson.
Hi.
How are you? He will be producing today because our beloved, the beloved Ken Knapsack, who we all as this week will be proven. It almost crashed right into the ground because of Ken Knapsack not being here.
That's right.
Yeah, see, everything's going bizarre here. Now, look, Kenny is our great buddy, and his dad is not feeling too good right now, and we are wishing him the Schmoville best. Everybody out there has been tweeting. It's really great. And Kenny, we wish you the best. Kenny will be calling in later because we have a little contest going on. That's why you got your haircut.
Oh, boy.
I did.
Oh, my God. He also wore his tightest shirt so he could show those pecs off like last week.
Well, I mean,
Are you
once one famous actress comments on the pecs, I just bought the tightest shirts humanly possible.
How are you recovering from the Shanola Hampton assault?
I mean,
You were excited.
I was flustered.
You watched Shameless when you got home.
Listen, I've always watched Shameless. I've been a Shameless fan from day one.
Oh, so you were really... Is that why you were so quiet?
Yeah, I was flustered.
You were really flustered.
Super flustered.
Yeah, everybody knew it too. Schmoes
and she
knew
comes
it
in and starts hugging everybody, and then
and
you know, when somebody, I don't know if you guys are like this, but when somebody gives you a compliment, I start giggling like a little schoolgirl.
Well, especially on a show that you watch. Like if it was me, like Meadow Soprano had done that to me years ago, I would have been the same way.
Yeah. She zeroed in on you from across the room.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Yeah, it was pretty great.
So she's also not a subtle person.
No.
So it wasn't like, oh, you have a good body. It was like, oh, hey.
Oh, she went after her. Yeah, exactly.
She's like, I want to touch that shit.
I'm sure that never causes a fight at home. So here's how this is going to work tonight, guys. It's a really, really fun show. There are so many movie news stories out there right now, and really good ones. So what we're going to be doing, myself, McCouga, and Tiffany, we're going to be talking about all these stories for a good hour, just discussing some of the ones that we think, really moved the movie news. This week, there's some really good ones. And then at 9 and 9:30, Kristen DeLuca will be popping in here. And we're going to be doing a little segment. It's a dating game segment, and it's a brand new segment where there's going to be celebrity impressions. And we'll explain more about that a little later. Every one of us is going to be doing a celebrity impression.
Apparently somehow I got roped into trying to win a date with Kristen DeLuca, too.
That's exactly. See,
I know.
Schmoville,
You should be trying to win it. It's a fun thing.
Exactly.
It really is.
Schmoville,
let me ask
Schmoville.
Go to see Superman.
Let me ask Schmoville. How do you feel about Tiffany Smith and Kristen DeLuca going on a date? Would you be interested in that? I'm just curious.
Really?
I just want to see what they
We're gonna go
think.
there.
I
Of course
just
they
want to
are.
see what they would think. It does nothing dirty has to happen. You guys could go, hold hands and talk about Rainbow Bright for all I know. All right.
That's what girls do when they hang out.
I don't know anymore. I'm married.
Pillow fights.
Yeah, all right.
Knew you were gonna go there.
And then,
By the by, Kenny just texted me and just said, co-pilot seat, triple exclamation mark. It basically, just a sorority girl exclamation points. I'd never allow this crap, me being in the co-pilot seat. So,
wow, Kenny. So no endorsement from Kenny.
No, I got nothing.
Wow. So we'll have maybe we'll have to do something about that later.
Yeah, it hurts.
Does that mean I have to get rid of him because I'm the producer?
No, we don't need-
McCouga, can you wait outside?
No, we don't.
Terrible.
We don't need to get rid of Josh the Wildman. He's doing good. So let's. But
Thanks,
Kenny's
Tim.
going to call a little later on, and we're going to have Kenny be part of the celebrity impression contest as well. But let's not screw around anymore. Let's talk about some of these news stories. And I want Schmoville's opinion on all this stuff too. So again, if you're listening, and go to facebook.com/schmoesknow and post there about the stories that you want, that once we start talking about them, what you think about them, and then of course tweet us at @schmoesknow, at Tiffany's Tweets, at Josh McCouga, and let's talk. And of course you can always call in at 323-622-8623. Let's get into it. Now, one of these stories that I was reading, actually, it was sent. This happened today. It was announced today. Glenn Mazzara of The Walking Dead, he is apparently going to be show running the Shining prequel. Which now, Riley, that's going to be a show running now? That's going to be a prequel, but it's going to be a TV show.
It's going to be a TV show.
Why
Like Bates Motel style.
Well, your mic's not working. But
Your mic's not working?
Oh, there you go. Okay, it's a TV show. Okay, so it's called Overlook Hotel.
Yeah.
And this was reported by, I guess, by Ain't It Cool News.
it.
And I don't know about
Are they going
that.
into like the family thing with the two girls?
I just
I
get
don't know.
I feel like when something does somewhat well on television, everyone wants
Because
to do it.
and
So
now
it's
they're
like
doing Bates Motel. Yeah.
did really
That's what I
well.
thought
It got renewed,
immediately.
and now it's like, oh, we're gonna do another one, and we can't even come up with a different name. It's Hotel.
So what's that going to be then? It's going to be the hotel like before like the 50s or whatever too.
Yeah,
like how it
you know
all
what?
went down.
The article was all about how you guys are familiar with The Shining, right? Remember like the end. Spoiler alert! How it's like you've always been here, Jack. And
Right,
so there's
right.
like kind of like a time travel element to it at the end with the picture of him in the ballroom. Young Jack is with everybody.
I don't
so
know.
they're going to mine areas of that mythology as well as parts of the book. If anybody's read the book, it's fantastic.
Well, here's my problem with that too. Is that I think that it's like you said, Tiffany. It's they're jumping on something right now that they think is popular, and they're like, well, it's just a good idea. We'll see where it goes eventually. And there's if you don't have a start to finish from the second conception, then don't do it.
Well, and I'm totally blanking on the other horror series, TV show that did so well, second season.
Which one?
Psycho.
They're in the House. No, TV series. American
Horror
Horror
Story,
Yeah.
right.
But I feel like, spoiler for anyone who didn't watch season one.
Well,
I
wait,
didn't.
yeah,
People
big
just
spoiler.
told me, but
Close your ears for about 5 seconds. Hurry up, go.
But I just feel like it's this similar kind of thing where you've always been there.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Oh, well, I mean, again,
just-
it's Glenn Mazzara though is the question I have. A lot of people, because he's got his name on Walking Dead. I have to be honest. I know he was, and I liked what he did with a lot of the show. But
Is he season 2?
he is season 3.
Oh, okay.
And
Well, he took over.
He took
season
over,
2,
see, but he ran this.
But he
season.
ran
He ran
through
this
season
this
3.
season out of the 3 seasons to me lost the most steam and really made me care a little less than I did beforehand. So I don't know if that's his fault. I know a lot of people were happy when he left as showrunner. So I don't know, but I that's something that we'll see what happens. Let's move on to the next one. We got tons of stories to cover here today. This is something that I'm actually excited about, and I don't know if I would have been before WonderCon. James Wan is now going to direct the next Fast and Furious movie, Fast 7.
I'll tell you what. I loved
The last one.
I loved the last one.
Yeah.
I didn't like
5.
Fast and Furious 1. I liked, and after 2, I didn't watch like Tokyo Drift or any of those other ones. Right when Fast 5 came out, based on Christian's recommendation, I watched it and I was like, all right, I'm back.
Yeah.
because it was badass.
It was good.
It was awesome when they're driving a safe through downtown
It's
Rio.
a different,
Yeah.
it's
It's
a
awesome.
different movie. So wait, this is to Riley. You're fired. Apparently, it's not a TV show. It's a movie. The Walking Dead prequel.
Not The Walking
Shining.
Dead.
The
prequel.
Shining. The Shining.
I don't think so, actually.
Is El
Back
Mayambe
D?
texting in?
It's Warner Brothers is producing it.
It looks. I don't know. It looks.
Oh, okay. Let me get my facts.
All right. Well, let's get your facts straight. All right. So then let's go back to now Fast and Furious. Now this thing with James Wan. Because Justin Lin is not doing it, I guess because of the time, the schedule and stuff. So he's leaving. He's done the last 3 or 4 or whatever it was too. And like you said, Justin Lin changed the whole tone of the movies and really made me. I didn't give a shit about those movies. And I told you the last one, is it the best acting movie in the world? Absolutely not. No. But it's just so much fun, and they changed it to a heist movie. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, and I feel like all of the actors, because this is going to be, you're going to make fun of me, but I got to interview them for Fast 5 and talking to
I
them.
love that.
That they all did so much special. I mean, some.
Their own
I
stuff.
kind of like when you
Stunt work
dropped into your
themselves.
nerd voice accidentally. There,
Yeah.
you're like, I didn't know what to say about the rest. And then you came back, and I was like, where did she go?
Yeah.
But I think that's what made the movie so great too, is getting to see the actors do stuff and have fun with it as well. You
Right.
know?
And it's
loved
still
it.
about, at the end of the day, it's still about cars driving fast.
It is because the drivers because they're using their skill that they have now to do heists,
Right.
which is so cool. And now that they have James Wan, again, had I not been to WonderCon, I'd be like, it's a guy who did the Saw movies and this upcoming Conjuring thing. And you guys know out there, I'm not a huge horror fan, and this Conjuring movie looks awesome. It looks so cool. What's wrong? What are you laughing about?
Nothing.
Don't
Spit it out. You,
No,
you're ready to call it out. What
No,
happened?
you
Nothing.
can't.
What, I have something on me?
No.
What happened? Tell me.
I'm sick and I'm on meds, so I have like giggle fest sometimes.
Well, that's just stupid. Tell the rest of the class if you're going to have snacks. What is it?
You can't say what's going on.
Oh, is there something? Is it
There-
start with
I'm
the F?
just getting
Yes.
like
Okay,
random kisses.
okay.
blown
I
to
got
me.
it. Okay, makes sense. All right.
know.
Anyway, so this guy James Wan is doing The Conjuring, and The Conjuring to me looks. Josh Intern was sitting there with Ellis, and we were just blown away by this footage from the way the guy shoots.
And this is from WonderCon. that you
Yeah,
saw it.
this movie, The Conjuring, the way that James Wan shoots, it's like the movie's
horror?
rated. The movie's rated R. Yeah,
Okay.
and it's rated R based on real events, but it's not rated R because of gore or anything else or cursing. It's rated R because the MPAA said it was too scary. How fucking badass is that? It's too scary.
I'm not going to see that.
But that's what I'm saying. Like just from the shots alone, we were like, "Whoa!" I wanted to watch the whole movie, and I'm never excited for horror.
It's like when a girl.
Ever.
It's like when a girl tells you she's late. You just wait for that.
It did
It's
not-
too scary.
I want
It's an R rating.
Tiffany agrees. All right, so
I have an update. It is a movie.
of course, it is.
I was wrong.
In fact, that
Well, you know what threw me was Ain't It Cool News saying it was a TV show.
Oh, okay.
But no, but as
Well,
I was
then it's
reading
WB.
it was WB.
CW.
Okay,
and
so thanks Schmoville then. Schmoville's-
thank you, Schmoville.
All right. So Schmoville bails you out. Anyway, so
Called me out.
There's a wild animal in the hallway. Get it out of the way. All right. So here's something I'm curious now, Tiffany. This is something I want to talk to you about because I know you're into the comics. You know
I like
the mythology.
comic books?
You do like comic books. Yeah. I know you're sick, but you do like comic books. The mythology of certain comics. I'm curious how you feel about this. So Zack Snyder did an interview, and apparently he said that there will be no kryptonite in Man of Steel.
What?
I am.
How do you feel
Mark
about
and
that?
I were talking about this outside a little bit. I really, honestly, it sounds silly, but I've been trying to avoid stories about the Man of Steel because I want to go in as a blank slate and not have everyone talking in my ear.
Yeah.
But I do feel like, on some level, I'm excited because if that's not going to happen in this, and he's not going to get to that part of his life where we find that out about him, that just means there's going to be more. That's what makes me excited.
Makuga.
I saw that headline on Yahoo, and I didn't
Yeah.
click on it for the same reason because.
So you knew you were going to be
I don't
spoiled
wanna
on the
know.
podcast.
Yeah, because Superman that's
Yeah.
my favorite guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I mean, that's like not putting Tim Taylor at the head of Binford Tools. You
Yeah,
just.
But I look back on, okay.
I'm going to go the other way on that. I'm going to go the other
You
way.
think it shouldn't
I'm
be.
okay with it.
Yeah, so am I.
I'm okay with it. I'm going the other way on Makuga. And I think that the reason why is I'm not on the same. Like, a lot of people go, well, we don't need another origin story. No, like people went up in arms. Josh the Intern went with the Amazing Spider-Man. We don't need another prequel. Another origin story. And
Yeah.
a lot of people that does not get me. That's not the thing that bothers me. If you're going to change it up a little bit, but you still make me care, and it's part of the new origin story, I'm there. Like we don't know.
And he's
we
not
don't know.
saying that it's never going
Right.
to be there. 'Cause
It's just
like
not
if
in
you
this one.
look
It's been done to death.
Yeah, when
Right.
you look at the Dark Knight series,
Yeah.
I'm like, I didn't know what was going to happen or how he was going to tell the story at the beginning.
Right.
And we don't get to see the Joker wasn't in the first one. And that's like everyone's connection to the villain.
And I
you
think
know?
no one's going to give a shit at the end of the day.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk to Schmoville about it. Hey, you're in Schmoville. Who do we got?
Hey guys, it's George. What's up?
Georgie,
Georgie!
what's up, man? So how are you feeling about the kryptonite thing? Are you on the Makuga side of it, or you on my and Tiffany's side?
I'm kind of on neither side. I love that.
So you're on Tiffany.
So you're on my side.
You're on Tiffany and my side.
Well, you guys said you could go either way, kind of. Like I think that's great. I'm thrilled with that.
Okay,
Because
and is it because it's just been done to death?
Well, it's been done to death, yeah. But also, I feel like if they don't have the kryptonite, especially in the first one, it's going to make it the more gritty, realistic type thing that happened with the Nolan Batman trilogy, the Dark Knight trilogy. And I just think that I think that'll be awesome, and then it'll be a cool spin on it. I'm really, really excited for that movie.
Cool. All right, Georgie.
And just also real quick, have you guys seen the Behind the Candelabra trailer?
No.
The HBO movie.
Oh no, how's it look good?
I've seen it. Yeah,
Yeah, it looks great.
it's good.
I'm sure. I mean, Soderbergh, man. I mean, the guy's incredible. All right, Georgie, I'm going to check that out. Thanks a lot, dude.
Thanks, George.
Yeah, go ahead.
I
Tiff.
also feel like just hearing what everyone some stuff that I have read about this one is that it is going to be more focused on the small town lifestyle and the people and really relationships between them and not the huge epic story of Superman.
Right.
Which I feel like having that kryptonite story in there immediately makes it just about Superman and not having the family relational connections.
I agree with you. And what I got out of the trailer is that it's more about, and we never had this in any other Superman, and I've said it 100 times, is the fact that like he's not accepted this time around. That's the story. We don't. If you
Which I kind of like.
I love that.
Yeah,
because it's different. It's like, and that whole thing with Kevin Costner as Pa Kent saying, you know, maybe you should have let him die. You know, it's a different spin on Superman. So if the different spin means not including kryptonite this time around, so be it. All right, Schmoville. So so far, again, let's real quick because of this, because Riley was giving us bad facts. What's shut his mic off. So real quick, now that it's a movie and not a TV show, are you okay with it being a movie?
Worse.
You're done for the mic now. You're done. We talked about a TV show that doesn't exist for 5 minutes.
I don't think that The Shining is such a classic movie.
Leave it alone.
You just don't mess with it.
Okay, so you just leave it alone completely. Yeah. Otherwise, you get Jar Jar Binks running around a hotel.
Exactly.
I think it takes a lot for me to get excited about a prequel or a remake.
The trailer's
got to
do it.
It's got to be something that sucks me in. I'm like, wow, it's so different.
Yeah.
And I don't know how Bates Motel did so well. As soon as I saw that trailer, I was like, this is stupid.
And that's a TV show. So okay. And for me, again, same thing. It's same thing. Depends on how it's shot. Depends on everything else. Right now, I don't give a shit. All right, let's moving on to the next thing. I want to talk to you guys about something that came out this week that I actually did my own trailer review of, and I want to talk to Schmobil about it first. Whoever we have on the line, that's Elysium. The trailer for Elysium came out.
I like that.
And so we're talking to Schmobil here. Hey, you're in Schmobil. Who do we got?
Hey, this is Jake from Vegas.
Hey, man, what's going on,
Jake?
Jake? Hey, Jake. So let me ask you: did you see the Elysium trailer this week?
You know what? I did today. Today.
Perfect. All right, so we're going to start with you then, Jake. What did you think? What were your initial thoughts of the trailer? And then we will sound off after you go.
Drake, by the way, not Jake.
Oh, sorry, Drake. All right, you're right. Sorry. Well, good. Drake, you're up.
I just got really excited. Sorry.
It was interesting, I have to say. Matt Damon bald was unique in its own little way, I have to say first. It was interesting to see the way that they had this giant like space colony thing, and yet Earth on the ground, and or the way Earth was like in Oblivion style.
Yeah.
It was. I'm going to see it.
So
I'm
you're
probably going to pay money for it. I'll pay full, $15 or whatever for the ticket.
All right, so you're curious. You're curious.
I'm like, it's like when I went to see Total Recall. I'm going to go see it. I'm willing to pay for it, but I'm iffy about it.
All right. Well, thank
Drake,
you,
let
Drake.
me ask you a quick, quick question.
He's gone.
Oh, he's gone.
Yeah, he's gone. Sorry.
My bad. All good.
Yeah.
I'm just like what I think right now is going on is like it becomes every writer or director or actor's goal now to make the best movie about Earth being vacated. Like that's what this is. Like this summer season, that's what it kind of looks like. Like Oblivion looks like Elysium, and Elysium looks like.
Yeah, but here's the difference though with something like, and not an Oblivion because I haven't seen it. I don't know enough about it. But he brought up Total Recall. All right, now I didn't hate Total Recall remake the way everyone else did. I didn't hate it, but it was Len Wiseman. Len Wiseman next to
Neil Blomkamp.
Neil Blomkamp. It's not even a comparison. Neil Blomkamp is the next guy. He's the big. He's like, and again, you guys can crucify me.
Since
District 9.
which was awesome.
You can crucify me for saying this. Eventually, he's going to be on the status of like Nolan, and
I
that's
wanted
fine.
him to do Star Wars. Remember when we were talking about that? I was like, he would have been.
He's
my
gonna,
top
did it,
pick for it.
and everyone's like, oh, you should have done Star Wars. There's so many Star Wars movies going to be made eventually. He's going to do one. But that being said, the guy is young. He is a fantastic director. He writes his own shit, and when you see this, you know it's not going to be some half-assed thing that is like, oh, and he took all of the elements from his failed Halo movie, not failed, but just the studio didn't pull the trigger. So, and it looked like Halo, and there is like it's character. It's Neil Blomkamp. The guy is a fucking badass, and it's my second most anticipated movie of the year.
I love District 9, and I think he's a fantastic director. My only thing is that some of the shots look really similar to stuff we saw in District 9. Yep. And so I'm just a little worried that I hope that he's not a one-trick pony.
I just don't think he is. Because Peter Jackson
it probably
again
comes down to script.
Yeah.
Well, and I'm going in. I think it's because I get nervous to go in so excited, and then I'm going to kind of like The Hobbit, where I went in so excited.
Well, it's
and
not going to be in 48 frames.
Really?
It's not going to be in 48
where
frames.
I just felt a little bit let down, and so I don't want to go in that way. But I have high expectations.
See, I'm with you on this. Is that I've been so excited about a few movies, and none of them have really lived up to the expectations. Last night I watched Killing Him Softly, and I'd been waiting for that movie.
You should. Did you watch our review?
Of course, I watched your review, but I mean, let me take my own opinion.
Yeah.
It was like it was such a bad dialogued movie, and
it's just the thing was, it's like with that movie again. I don't want to too much into that.
Political.
That's
thing.
all it was. It's like the dumbest gangsters in the world are listening to like news on NPR. It's like what?
Yeah.
Like, no, he's not. Stop that.
I know.
But anyway, so
there's a really cool story about District 9. Neil Blomkamp went around before he shot every scene and raked nails out of the ground when they were shooting in the slums of South Africa, because that was their biggest obstacle, was actors like getting cut and crew getting cut on nails. Yeah. And Blomkamp, after they had shot, was raking nails to make sure everything was okay.
I'm telling you, man, there's something about that
guy.
Badass. It's like watch. I used to watch boxing all the time. You're a boxing fan. So back in the day, I remember like Riddick Bowe was a young fighter. I'm like, that guy's gonna be champ one day. Yeah. That's how I feel about Blomkamp. He's just one of those guys.
I compare everyone to Lord of the Rings, but I'm like, he kind of reminds me of Peter Jackson, where it's like he did films on his own that were kind of that no one really paid attention to, and then all of a sudden he got the eye of Hollywood, and then it's like, holy crap, this guy's amazing, and that's kind of what happened with him, where it's like, I want to do Halo. He's like allied with Peter Jackson, and they were like, you can't do Halo, so he does District 9 and blows everyone out of the water.
So that's the thing. So let's do one more story before we have to go to break, and then we're going to come back, do a couple more stories, and then the contest will happen at 9:30. But let's talk about, this is a stupid story. The Chronicle and MacGruber both have sequels coming out. Chronicle, which I really liked. There's a problem with the Max Landis, who I think he's a good writer, but he's out of his fucking mind. And he's saying that his script was too dark, and he's having fights back and forth with the studio.
This is with Chronicle.
This is with the Chronicle. Yep. That is a movie that I want to see, and I hope it's not because Max is too difficult. I don't know what it is, but the second part of it is MacGruber. Is Ken Knapsack, aka Will Forte, is saying that he wants no matter what it takes, he's going to shoot a MacGruber sequel. Who saw that besides no one?
What? I love MacGruber.
It was funny, but I mean, there were parts of it that were funny.
Did you like MacGruber? You didn't see it.
Did not see it.
No one saw it. That's the thing. It wasn't terrible. It wasn't terrible.
It is
no
a
one
cult
saw
classic.
it.
The people that it's Will Forte,
Kristen Wiig,
Maya Rudolph, Val Kilmer. It's an incredible cast. The movie is absolutely hysterical.
It's funny, but the thing, you want to see it because you've seen it before. No one else, but no one else has seen it.
It's box office weekend was like $2 million.
Nothing.
It's a shame. It's a travesty.
Nothing,
because it is effing hysterical. It honestly hits to every frat guy's.
That movie's right up your alley.
It's right up my alley.
And that's why you love it.
You love that movie.
My dad came out to LA. This was like 8 months ago, and I was like, Dad, you ever
see
seen
Dad.
MacGruber? So we went and got dinner. Me and my brother and my dad watched MacGruber, and 45 minutes into, my dad's like, what the fuck is this bullshit?
I'm getting this is how old school this show feels right now, because Ken is not here. He's tweeting now. Ken was the king of tweets back in the day.
He has the best sex scene ever. It does.
That's what it is. Ken says MacGruber has the best sex scene ever.
There's two sex scenes back to back.
Ken has the best sex scene ever, and I was like,
nice. All right, so we got to take
Tiffany,
it.
Just do yourself a favor and go see Wet Hot American Summer and MacGruber.
I've seen Wet Hot American Summer.
All right, take it easy, you two. Get a room.
How about MacGruber?
All right,
you got to go see it.
The two of you, stop it. All right, so here we go. We're going to break.
Chronicle?
Yeah, we're going to break. We'll come back. We'll talk about Chronicle. We have a couple more news stories to do. I want to take some more calls from Schmoville. At Tiffany's tweets, at Schmoes Know, at Josh McCouga. We'll be back pretty soon, and want more phone calls from you. Tweet in, Facebook, whole deal. Oh, what's the song? Hold on, I forget what the song is. This is, by the way, all the music today was requested by Schmoville.
Oh, nice.
I
saw that Facebook
post. I put it on
today.
Facebook and Twitter, and I asked Schmoville to do the entire. Oh, you know what this is? I think this is this Lemony Snicket? Yeah. This was a great piece. Good. You guys did such a great job out there, by the way, Schmo. I'm going to do this, actually, I think every week now, because it worked out really well today. I'm going to ask you guys on Facebook, so make sure you join Facebook and Twitter, to suggest the music that we play in between the breaks, as we go to break, all that stuff. So we can
music like this just like gets me.
You start crying.
Oh man,
makes me want to take a nap.
No, I just get emotional.
It's a good one. All right, so let's cut it.
Dude, you're wearing a new sweatshirt tonight. That thing's kind of badass.
I love this sweatshirt. No, it's the back of it though. It's I don't know if I can show.
Can you show?
Turn around.
Turn around.
Show off that backside.
Can I see it in the camera?
Can you see it, Johnny? Can I see it?
No,
yeah, they
the
can.
mic's blocking
They can see it.
The mic.
I can't see it.
Just move the mic. Go to your right
Whatever,
or left.
it doesn't matter. Anyway, it's the fucking Muppets, but it's the Muppets as Alien. and it's crazy. I can't wear it in front of my daughter because she gets scared, obviously. But it's ripped, and ripped. Again, if you guys don't know Ripped Apparel, you go to rippedapparel.com, or just right on the bottom. If you're watching the Toad Hop video right now, on the bottom there, go to Ripped, click on it, type in Schmoes, lowercase Schmoes, get $1 off. It's really worth it. We're giving away a Ripped shirt tonight for free, by the way, during the dating contest. We're gonna do it the same way. Schmobil will call in. They'll be assigned to someone, and whoever wins the contest, that person will win a free Ripped shirt. So,
Man, I hope Patrick Hogue, if he gets assigned to me and I lose again, I owe this guy everything.
All right.
Wait, people are I don't even want.
I've lost for Patrick Hogue like 7 times now. Every time that guy bets on me, I lose. I'm that horse that like breaks his leg.
Wait. What is that? What is that? What's that noise? I know that music.
No, I'll take care of it. Hold on, there's technical difficulty.
Wait, what's that music?
What's happening?
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Look, look, guys. Look,
Are you guys serious?
It's the evil guy.
Wait,
What the F? Why is he
wait, he's
here
got a
again?
valet with him. He's got a valet with him. Oh, my God, he's got a valet with him. Good God. What is going on right now? Guys, it's Finstock. He has entered the building, and he has a valet. Is that your Miss Elizabeth? My God, you can't even. He's taking. You can't see it turn. You're out of the camera. There you go.
I don't know what he whispered to her.
We missed it.
It
was pretty great. His valet came in, took his jacket off, put it back on, hugged her, and now Finstock.
Somebody canceled the Iron Man 3 premiere.
Oh my God!
Somebody canceled the Iron Man 3 premiere.
I thought you said he wasn't ever coming back to the show.
Well, you don't. As one knows, you don't control Finstock. He's like Bane. Finstock, how are you, my friend?
Good. Obviously, I met that woman, that beautiful woman in the Equator.
You did.
I was doing a one-man show
Right. Okay.
on off-Broadway play of Mice and Men, where I was playing George and Lenny.
Right.
So basically, what had happened was she was fascinating.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Where'd you meet her?
About 20 minutes ago.
About 20 minutes ago. Okay, fair. All right. All right.
Did you also say you met her in the Equator?
Well, in and around the Equator.
All right. So, Finstock, you're here. We're talking movie stories. Now, I know there's been a lot in your mind when it comes to Schmoville. You've become a Schmoville favorite.
Yes.
People really like your stories. We're going to do a couple of your stories tonight.
I appreciate that.
To where you'll be telling some of your stories, and we'll say whether or not it's bullshit or not. But there's something that's been going on in your mind now with Schmoville. Is this correct?
Yes.
What's been going on? Talk to us.
Well, a couple of different things. You know,
Okay.
I was wondering where Ken Knapsack was.
Do you mean Ken Knapsack?
Yeah, Ken Knapsack.
All right, Ken Knapsack, the producer of the show.
Yes.
He's not here right now. He's not here today.
Because I got a bone to pick with him. I like him. He's a great guy.
He is a good guy. So what's your bone to pick?
Well, I thought he was going to be sitting where McCougar was sitting.
Oh, okay. Okay,
And,
in the
and then I
co-hosting
was-
seat tonight.
Yeah,
in Ellis' seat
exactly.
tonight.
And I was
Okay.
going to arm wrestle him out of the seat.
Oh, so you were going to take the co-hosting seat tonight?
Absolutely.
But McCougar's there, and why don't you want to do that?
McCougar, we've been through the trenches.
You've been through the trenches.
It's equivalent to like World War II,
yeah.
Korean War,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe the Battle of 1812.
Okay, maybe.
War of 1812.
Depends on the
Maybe.
night.
I
Yeah,
don't even
exactly.
know what comes out of his mouth sometimes.
So we've been doing that.
Yeah,
And
Finstock and I meet up sometimes, and
It
it's wild.
it gets really
It's wild.
interesting.
All right, so where's this going?
So I'm going to respectfully ask McCougar if I could have that throne over there.
Whoa,
and
Game of
co-host
Thrones
on-
over here. You want to co-host the show tonight?
listen.
I think I
I'm
kinda
not-
wanna co-host the show.
I'm not
Oh
King
my God.
Joffrey. Okay, I'm not gonna. I'll respectfully give you. my seat.
Wow, it's like the mega powers
Wow,
over here.
this
Look
is
at
some
this.
really good
Wow,
stuff.
Josh McCougar and Finstock forming an alliance.
You know what? We really came
Unbelievable.
together. We both had the same chest diameter.
Wow.
We had some girl. Well, we actually had that girl.
All right,
Bernice over there.
you're going to be the co-host now. Go ahead and tell the story in the co-host seat. Wow, look at this. So Bob Finstock.
Can't even believe this is happening.
The man known as Finstock with a shirt that
But
says
I'm
"shady
actually glad.
equals sexy" is what his shirt says.
I don't have to sit next to him.
Okay, so now you're Finstock. Wow, how's that feel, Bobby?
Like $1 million.
You think Ellis is turning? Ellis right now is on stage and just got a migraine?
Well, I met him the other day at a coffee bean. We randomly ran into each other, and we met Richard Simmons. And I had a bone to pick with Richard Simmons because my dad was really overweight, and he went on Deal-A-Meal. Okay, but then Richard Simmons, what he failed to do was tell everybody to stop it.
Okay, ever.
So my dad became anorexic.
No, stop that. That's
yeah,
not
he
true.
was borderline anorexic, and then it screwed his mind. Now he's in a mental institution.
All right. Well,
So I went up there and I
think
said,
that's-
"Richard,
I
what's
don't-
the deal?"
I don't think that's
The guy's
true.
nuts are swinging everywhere. I didn't want to deal with him.
Your dad's not in a mental institution.
He is.
Really?
Yeah, he is.
Oh, all right. Well,
Yeah.
then, all right. That explains a lot. All right. So here we go. So let's get Tiffany. You look very upset right now.
Oh, I also want to say, that just,
Yeah.
Tiffany, that girl has nothing to do with us. I mean, obviously, she's just. I met her.
Okay. All right. Enough. Let's get let's get into the news stories. Bobby, we're going to talk about some news stories here today. You're in the co-host seat, so now you got to talk about some news stories, okay?
Oh, yeah.
So Tiffany, you wanted to talk about Chronicle before we left. So what are your thoughts on Chronicle?
I loved Chronicle, and I would be so excited for a sequel to that movie because I think that they did it almost in a similar way with District 9, where it felt really bare bones. And I loved it. And I get what they're saying. I don't think because he's saying it's too dark that it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Because I feel like in the article he even said, he's like, it'll happen and it'll be good.
Right.
So I'm psyched about it. That's all.
Did you see the first Chronicle, Bobby?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let's get
fantastic.
Here's something else now. I'm curious. Now everybody here has seen this. So, what's it? Jim Carrey now is teaming up with his director from Ace Ventura, Odenkirk. Not Bob of Breaking Bad fame. So how do we feel that they're teaming up on this movie? It's called, what's it called now, Riley? Stanicki or?
Something Stanicki.
Thanks.
Ricky Stanicki.
So basically what I just said.
Something Stanicki.
Riley, you know what? It's funny. I heard the last show when you're doing the producer. What happens over there? Is that just, it's like a strange cage?
Right, over here?
Yeah.
What about it?
Where's your mom when we need her?
She's over there.
Perfect. All right. So we're talking about this movie. How do you guys feel about the fact that this Ace Ventura reteaming is happening? 15, 20 years later. Do you care? Does that excite you at all? Does it all depend on the script?
I think it's gonna all depend on the script. I don't feel like a funny movie, a good one, has come out in a while, and I expect it from Jim Carrey, but with what's it called, the magician movie that just came out.
Yeah, there's two of them.
I just don't feel like he has it right now, so I'm a little bit lackluster about this.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
I agree.
Yeah, unless it's like a trailer that really knocks you out.
True, but what I would do if I was Jim Carrey, do another Dumb and Dumber first.
Yeah, well, apparently he signed on for it.
They were thinking, they can't find financing.
Yeah.
It's becoming a problem.
Now, here's something. You don't have to speak about this.
Are you making that up?
No, I don't. I think that's true. Now, you don't have to speak too much on this because I don't know how much you can speak about this. They're remaking Point Break.
Yes.
Okay. Yes?
Yes.
Wait,
Correct.
I'm not. See, now I'm not excited about this. I am not excited about this. You have the floor.
No, I think it's a terrible idea.
All right. So
absolutely brutal. That's like you don't remake perfection.
But there's just no reason. Well, why do you? First of all, do you remember who the director is that they're talking
Catherine
about?
Bigelow.
Well, yeah, who did
She
the
did the
original?
original.
That's my
Yeah.
point. Who's doing this new one? They're talking to somebody.
They just signed on to Erickson Core.
Who?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he's done Fast and Furious. Well,
Yeah, but that's my
and
point.
Invincible.
Is that you had Nathan Bigelow, the guy I went to college with, Catherine Bigelow, who had done this, and there's a reason why it was again
amazing.
Is it cheesy? Yeah, sure, but it's a great '90s movie and it's a classic. Why? That to me is purely of them going, well, everyone loves Point Break. Karate Kid did good. Let's do this. And it's like, leave it alone. There's nothing sacred. Leave it the fuck alone. There's no reason to do it just because it was successful as a play. Leave it alone.
Well, it's not Back to the Future because then I'd quit Hollywood and may kill myself and really move to the equator if they did that.
Right.
But I think in defense of Erickson, he does a lot of GoPro video stuff and extreme sports stuff. I've read the script. It actually lends to his talents. It will be. When the script is together properly, which I think it can be, and if casted well,
Yeah.
nobody remembers that except us.
You're lying.
What?
It's going to be
No,
a lot
you're
of
wrong.
young people
First
at
of all,
18
how
years
did
ago
you get
see
this
this
script?
thing.
I don't know. All right, you know what? That's a good point. Let's take a call from Schmoville right now, and we're talking about the Point Break. I want to talk about the Point Break remake. First of all, hey, who do we have in Schmoville right now?
Oh, hey, guys. It's Mark Aquino from New Jersey.
Mark. All right, let me ask you a question first, Mark.
Hey, Mark.
In what age range are you, my friend?
I'm 16.
Okay, so do you care that Point Break is going to be remade? Are you bothered that it's going to be remade?
Honestly, I'm with you where this should not happen. This should not
16
happen.
years old and says it doesn't that happen. 16. Okay, Mark,
When
thank
did
you
Point
so
Break-
much.
When did the original Point Break come out?
91. I just looked it up.
91, yes.
Oh,
91. All right, so I'm going to take another call then, too. We'll see age range wise. Hey,
22
hey,
years
you're in
ago.
Schmoville. Who do we got?
Oh, hey, I was wondering if you could talk about the news about Zoe Saldana being in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, you know what? I didn't even know that until you just said it. But yeah, we'll talk.
Well,
I know.
she's in talks with it, but nothing's confirmed
Okay.
yet, I don't think.
Yes, we will talk about it in a second. But first of all, what's your name?
Eli.
Eli, let me ask Eli, in what age range are you, my friend?
I'm 16.
Okay, so perfect. So how do you feel about the Point Break remake happening, and do you think it should happen?
Have you seen the original Point Break, and do you appreciate it like we do?
It's bullshit. I have seen the original, and
Awesome.
it is kind of cheesy, but I like it.
Yeah, and it shouldn't be remade.
It doesn't need to be remade, no.
Eli, thank you. See, I'm telling you, man.
Do you think it's because movies like Fast and Furious have done so well that they're like, okay, well, let's remake this one because it can be kind of...
Yes, I think there's certain executives sometimes who think that there's an algorithm for everything.
The hard part, I think, is that 21 Jump Street, there's like 1 in 30
man.
that work, and 21 Jump Street was
Worked.
awesome. It was awesome.
Yeah,
It was great. It was great.
That's the thing, is that they're trying to launch. Well, this worked, and let's remake. And some executives that see it the right way can do that. Others can't. But anyway, let's move on to another story. We got tons. There's so many stories. Let's talk about the Zoe Saldana thing. Now
Well,
it's
that
it's
came out
rumored.
last week.
She's too skinny.
That actually came out last week, and it's that she's
In talks.
rumored to play the assassin Gamora, which, I mean, she plays a great action hero. We've seen her do it a million times.
I agree.
Now at this point.
I didn't hate that stupid movie. I mean, I hated the stupid movie she was in.
Colombiana?
I hated it, but she was good in it.
I like her. I kind of feel like I wish they would be a little braver and choose new people instead of being like, here's this one Dominican. Is she Dominican?
I don't
Girl
know.
that we really like in action movies and keep reusing
Bobby,
her.
what is she?
She's half Japanese, half Dominican, and then half black.
Half? All 3 halves?
Yeah, it's
Tell that.
you know,
We were talking
It's
about that
Avatar.
Zoe Saldana story the other night.
Oh, yeah.
Give
Can you tell the Zoe Saldana story real quick?
which she's too skinny. Which one? Refresh
No,
me.
we were at the bar. You were talking about.
Do you have a Zoe Saldana story?
Don't you have one?
I don't know if he has that one.
Is that me?
You have a couple stories. So let's use
have
one
a
of your
couple of
stories.
stories.
I saw what McCougar was giving you a chance to tell one of your stories, but I don't think he has that one prepared. What do you got? Let's do a Finstock story. And this is how we do it. If you guys don't know that in Schmoville, if you're not familiar with Finstock, Finstock's going to tell a story, and majority of it will be bullshit, I'm sure. So we have to find out what parts of it are crap, and you guys out there will give Schmoville a chance to say whether or not he's full of shit. And Bobby, go ahead and tell your story.
Just say he looks like a handsome science teacher right now.
Someone said he looks like a psychiatrist. Like, it's amazing. And someone said that they can't tell the difference between when you wear the mask and normal.
Yeah, I'll take that as a compliment.
Also, I think he planned to wear glasses the same night.
Yeah, of course. He goes. He
So
knows.
these are non-prescription. These are just plastic lenses.
Oh, mine are real.
All right. So let's.
show.
I take them off.
You know,
and
I
have
was
to
a,
look at them.
I
Here we go, here we go,
I went
here we
through
go.
a lot of dental trials and tribulations, right?
Right.
So now, and this person that I know obviously went through a couple of them too, and we wound up in the same dentist office.
Okay.
Her name is Margot Kidder.
Okay.
Okay. So we're sitting there. We started talking a little bit. I'm like, I'm not going to act like I don't know who you are here. And she's like, well, I had a lot of problems and things like that. I'm like, yeah. I was like, let me give me some Superman stuff,
Getting the scoop at the
I
dentist.
go like this. I go, someone told me Stallone was signed, sealed, and delivered
As Superman?
Superman. And guess what happened? Marlon Brando, who had the carte blanche in casting, vetoed him. And he goes, I'm not working with that guy.
Why?
Just because of On the Waterfront and Rocky and all those other trials and tribulations that went through there. But Stallone was way offended because Brando was his idol.
Right.
And then Stallone went on a bunch of talk shows and bashed Marlon and said he didn't respect him as an actor or a man. He challenged him to a fight and numerous other things.
I gotta tell you, none of that sounds fake.
No, sounds pretty spot on.
I don't believe anything that comes out of his mouth.
But you
Finstock
say
just
that
told a
la-
really
you-
dramatic story.
You said that last time, and all of his stories were true.
Not all.
Majority of them.
You know who he kind of sounded like? It was the old woman in Titanic right there. With like a nice voice.
it's
Like,
true.
it was,
Well,
like,
also,
really
there's
good.
another one.
so
I
wait,
I sat down for a while with her. She said Marlon Brando was such a douche on set that he wouldn't remember it. He didn't want to know any of his lines. And he went to producers and said, look, I just want my voice to be heard. And what I want is a flying neon green bagel as the image to talk. Okay?
All right. Wait a minute. Hold on. Stop it. Stop it.
I don't even know what you're
Wait,
talking
hold,
about.
hold on. First of all, I want to go back to the Stallone thing. He never challenged him to a fight.
I don't. He did something on.
He never challenged him to a fight.
No.
Okay. All right. So I think this bagel story is true.
It's true.
I think the bagel story is true.
A neon levitating green bagel.
You don't. That's
in
like
Superman.
That, yeah. All right. So Tiffany.
What?
Do you think that's fake or real? Come on.
I think.
Come on.
I think it's fake.
All right, Schmoville, do the research.
I never bet against Finstock. We're brothers in arms.
all right,
And
so
the guy was such a douche. He wouldn't memorize his lines after that when he told him the bagel thing wasn't going to fly. That when he's putting the Jor-El, what's Superman's fake name in Krypton?
Kal-El.
No, it's not his fake name. It's his real name.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Superman's his name, right?
No, it's
Wait,
Kal-El.
Marlon Brando, as he's putting them in, all his lines were written on the diaper.
Here's the thing. I feel like he gets bits and pieces of truth
Okay,
and then
but
throws in weird stuff.
that's the
Because I
point.
did hear that Marlon Brando didn't memorize his lines and would have them written down and taped to the ground and all that kind of stuff.
No, on his diaper. On Superman's diaper.
All right, that's the point. Okay, so listen.
It was Richard Donner's kid.
I have Schmoville here. Who do I have right now?
Yeah, my name's Nazar.
Nazar?
Yeah, you think to quickly talk about Christopher Nolan's new movie Interstellar?
Absolutely, but I got to ask you. We're in the middle of this debate here with.
Go after that. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Absolutely. So did you hear all the Superman stuff?
Yeah, the Stallone and Brando.
Yeah. So do you think
bagel.
do you think the flying bagel thing is true?
Neon green.
I wouldn't think so.
Okay, so you don't. We're going to get to the Nolan thing absolutely right after this. But so
Thanks, Nazar.
all right. So Nazar says that no, he doesn't think that it's true. Now Archie Walker at Blocking Foul has sent in an article. That's Marlon Brando absolutely wanted a green bagel or whatever the hell it was called. So yeah,
A levitating
green bagel. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
To be what?
To be him.
All right, this is absolutely bizarre. All right, let's move on now because this is insane at this point. All right, so
It's not insane. It's Marlon Brando.
I'm
the
totally
guy was
off
insane.
balance in life now.
I'm going to
when he
retweet.
talks.
I'm going to retweet this link that just Archie just retweeted this thing. It's an LA Times thing. If you want to read the Marlon Brando bagel story, go to at Schmoes Know. I just retweeted it at Schmoes Know. It's from the LA Times at Archie Walker. Thank you. Excuse me, at Blocking Foul.
pendulum
All right,
of
so
truth.
let's get to Interstellar because that's something I absolutely want to talk about. We talked about Elysium before and how Neil Blomkamp was the next type of Nolan type guy. Let's talk about the actual Nolan guy and his Interstellar movie. Nolan, time travel, Matthew McConaughey, sign me up. Anne Hathaway. So Tiffany, how do you feel Anne Hathaway got cast in this?
Oh my god, I'm so excited.
She hates Anne Hathaway.
I don't hate her.
You hate
because-
Anne
No,
Hathaway.
I'm being
Because
Ian
Nolan
Hathaway
loves
accepting an
her. No, I
award
know.
as Interstellar.
Okay.
She goes, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I mean.
I would say, I think Tiffany's somber on the outside, Tom Cruise couch jumping on the inside.
Yeah, I agree. So, okay.
I liked her
right.
as Catwoman, so I'm excited.
We're way past Anne Hathaway at this point. We're past Anne Hathaway. If you would like to harp on Anne Hathaway, you can do
I'm
so.
saying I'm excited.
Okay.
Because I think they work well together.
They do, and
They work well together like sandpaper and.
No, stop it. All right. You know what? By the way, you're until the contest. I got to ban you from the mic until the contest because you're starting to drink. I know the face. I know the Wildman face. And get prepped for the contest. You'll be back. No, you know what? Come on. You're banned. Riley, as a producer, get him out of there.
Sorry, Makuga.
Until you come back, you're doing good, but until you come back. All right. So. Now listen, let's get into. I want to get into this conversation about Nolan and this guy. I see the beer eyes. I see them.
I don't know what just happened.
All right, so Nolan, Interstellar, time travel. What do you guys think?
Momentum.
What do you guys think? Come on, Finstock, you're killing me over here. What do you think about the movie?
Anne Hathaway.
Yeah.
Chris Nolan.
That's what. Yes, Anne
Matthew
Hathaway and Christopher
McConaughey.
Nolan.
I mean, it's a winner.
It's a
winner.
You don't even know what it's about.
Time travel.
Thank you. All right, no, Schmoville, this contest for the celebrity thing can't come soon enough. JTI, get the fuck over here.
You got a potty mouth tonight.
Yes, I do. JTI, what do you think about the Nolan movie? What do you like about it? What are you looking forward to?
First, I'd say I'm really happy you got Matthew McConaughey because I think lately that guy's been on a tear. Killer Joe, he was great in, which I recently saw, which is really creepy but awesome movie.
Brilliant.
And I think Nolan has a great eye for talent. And McConaughey, he kind of fizzled out for a while. He went to that whole romantic comedy territory.
Whatever. I freaking loved him in all those romantic
He loved him in all
comedies.
those? Okay, well, I'm
Yeah.
glad he's doing more stuff. He's got some really
Guy in
exciting
10
films
Days.
coming out with Scorsese also. I mean, it's Nolan. What else is there to say? The guy's going to knock it out of the park.
Thank you, JTI.
Well, and it's interesting because I feel like
Is Pfister doing the DP?
I don't know. No?
Yeah, he is.
I'm not sure. Okay, so let's. So we're all. I mean, again, we talked about this, I think, last week too. Nolan is the director that there are very few people who are like stars, and Nolan is one of those guys. You hear Nolan movies coming out, it doesn't matter what the hell it's about, you're going to go see it. And that's kind of how I feel about this. I don't really need to see a trailer. Will I watch a trailer second hits the internet? Yes, but I don't need to see it. I'm there regardless. So I mean, again, sign me up for it. I can't wait.
I just like seeing McConaughey doing more acting. Yeah, exactly. I like him in those romantic comedies, but I'm like, when we first saw him, he's such a good actor when he first came out, and I'm excited to see him coming back.
Curious to see him in this one where he lost a bunch of weight.
Which one?
The Matthew McConaughey movie where he plays an AIDS victim or something like that.
Yeah, he lost a lot of weight, and again, that's not healthy though, man.
Maybe he was on the deal meal. Maybe he forgot to go lay off the deal meal.
True,
the Christian Bale route. Because Christian Bale did the exact same thing.
Bale hurt
like,
himself.
I'm going to do this and lose a lot of weight, and then I'm going to work with Christopher Nolan and be amazing.
Yep. Okay. Hey, JT, can we get the tweet a celebrity ready? We need just everybody can write down a celebrity, and then we'll do that before we go to break here. All right, a couple more things. Let's take a couple more calls from Schmoville at 323-622-8623. Talk about some news stories that are coming out. Hey, you're in Schmoville. Who do we got?
Hey, this is Austin from Florida.
Austin, what's up, buddy? So what news topic this week would you like us to talk about?
I actually want to talk about the Interstellar thing.
Sure, go ahead.
For one thing, first of all, anything that Nolan does makes me shit bricks with excitement.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell if that was going to be a good thing or a bad thing you were saying.
Yeah, no, I mean...
I'm a Nolan Knight. I'm a Nolan Knight to the max, and honestly, I would love to see him not only do like a science fiction, but also to see him do a Bond film as well. I mean, I think that'd be fucking awesome, to be honest.
Yeah, it would be great. I know he's been rumored to do that too. Thank you for the call, dude. Appreciate it. Yeah, I think I would love to see Nolan do anything. I mean, seriously, at this point, anything, and like all the Justice League stuff, and that had come out, and him producing it and stuff, and he's got his hands in Superman. That's fine. I think that again, the Justice League is a whole other conversation that we've had 100 times on this show.
Have it again.
I'd like to see him take it down a notch, though, like where he went, with Memento and things like that, and go away from like the blockbuster stuff. Maybe get back to his roots a little bit.
That would be cool to see some stuff too. And I think that's maybe what he's going to do with Interstellar. Because look, Inception. Yes, it was a big budget movie, but it was a movie that was not. What's your problem?
I didn't love Inception.
I'll get Makuga right back on this mic. No, I'm just kidding. But why didn't you? I'm surprised you didn't like that movie because it deals with mind bending and stuff.
Ellen Page was miscast.
I agree.
Yeah.
Wow. See, I didn't.
I was checked out after that. She's Juno. She'll never be anything else.
So Juno took you out of Inception?
Yes, absolutely.
No, see,
I didn't think it was Juno the whole time. It was just she didn't add anything to it for me. She was
Well, what did you think of the movie?
I liked the movie.
I loved it. It's one of my favorite movies of all time.
I feel like when there's an actor in the movie who's just bland, like it could have been anybody.
See, I actually thought that I agree that probably someone else could have done the role, but I thought she was actually pretty good in the role, and I thought she wasn't as mopey as she normally was. So, but
just didn't add anything.
Wow, I'm okay, shocked here. That's one of my favorite movies. I'm a huge fan. So,
do you guys ever start to worry a little bit because we love Nolan so much right now?
Yeah.
To wait for him to like make a stinker.
But that's like anyone else.
That have come out where you're like,
well, he did the last Dark Knight movie.
No,
yeah, I know.
I loved that movie.
Yeah. See, it's funny. I watched that movie again with my wife the other day because I'm like, you know what? Ellis has made so many points on this movie that I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna watch all the complaints that everybody has with it, and I probably liked it just as much as I did the first time. I really enjoyed it. My wife loved it. Does it have problems? Yeah, but it's nitpicky shit. It's Batman, and I really, really liked it a lot. I don't care about the cops being down there doing. It's because the Dark Knight was like perfect. So because Dark Knight Rises wasn't perfect, people say it was less than good, which is unfair. It's a good movie. It's got a lot of problems. I don't care. It's Batman. It worked. I thought it was emotional. I didn't care that how did he get back in Gotham? Who cares? He's Batman. So that's my case. I know a lot of other people loved it. So anyway, so Josh the intern's giving me death eyes now. So I know you're on the Ellis side.
The only problem I had was for a Batman movie, I feel like we had the least amount of Batman in all the trilogy.
Yeah, but I was okay with that because that was kind of the point of the movie.
Yeah.
That was the point of the film. Was the fact
I understand that, but going into it, that's not what I was expecting. I was like, this is the last Nolan Batman movie. I want nothing but Batman for 2.5 hours.
I'm looking at the story. I'm looking at the way he set up the story.
I love having a director come in like that because you expect one thing and he does something different.
Yep.
But it's a good different. It's not like, oh man, that was awful.
Yeah, looking back, Dark Knight is the perfect Batman movie.
I loved Bane. I thought Bane was great.
Rise is a good way to close it.
All right, so let's take one more call from Schmoville, and we're going to do Tweet a Celebrity. Hey, you're in Schmoville. Who do we got?
Hello, this is Patrick Hogue.
Hoagie, what's up, dude? What do you got?
First off, I just want to say for that ripped apparel shirt, I am willing to go with Josh McCouga any day of the week.
Well, you might have wasted your call, man, because you got we're doing it. We got to try back call later. We got to try it. We're going to do we're going to do that same type of thing we did last time, to where I'll take calls and then we'll just assign people. So try to call.
I
a
do
little
have a
later.
question though.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is more directed towards Tiffany and the comic books more aficionados. It's when they're adapting a comic book to a movie, I want to ask, like, what's your limit for how many liberties the filmmakers will take with the characters? Like, with the new Superman not having, kryptonite and stuff like that, how far are you willing to let them bend the character?
Thank you, Pat. Good question.
Yeah, it's
Great
a really
question.
good question. I think that for what we've heard about Superman at this point, they're not saying that they're changing his whole story. It's just it might not be featured in the first film. Honestly, as far as how many liberties you give them, is it good? That's the big question for me. Because when you see something, if it is bad and they've changed a lot of stuff, obviously you're going to pick out all the things that they changed and be like, this is why it failed. But if they change stuff and it works and it fits in with the mythology, then I'm okay with it. Because I think, like, when you look at something like The Walking Dead, where I read the books and I love that Kirkman is involved with the show and that there are new characters and that storylines have changed, because you can be surprised and you love the storyline and the mythology. But if I've read it all, it's exciting to watch it, but it's more exciting to get a little bit of a new story at the same time.
Awesome. All right, so that's why we have the comic expert on the show. All right, guys, so here's what we're going to do. It's Tweet a Celebrity time. Iceman, you ready?
We live in a world where every random thought counts, and even powerful people have a Twitter account. It's time to tweet a celebrity.
Miss Movies tweeted us earlier today, and she was singing that as she was with her kid today. So that was a great opportunity who came up with that tune. All right, so guys, if you don't know, if you're first-time listeners to the Schmoes No Podcast, what we do is we pick a name out of a hat. We do Schmoes. We pick a celebrity out of the hat. You guys will, once we tell you the handler, you guys will tweet the celebrity, tell them to come on the podcast, and we'll nab one of these sons of bitches. Bobby Finstock, you're going to pick. You're going to pick today. All right, here it is.
Hey,
No stories right now. Who you got?
George Takei.
At George Takei. That's a good one. All right, choosy pants. All right.
Good one.
Good. All right, at George Takei. That would be very interesting and bizarre. And Bobby Finstock, you probably...
Did you think that was mine?
No, but I would like you to be on the show when he's on, because that'll be an absolute crazy fest.
Oh, my God.
It's at GeorgeTakei. All right, so we're going to go to break, guys. When we get back, make sure you get to the phones. We're going to assign people to cast members on the show. We are going to do... Kristen DeLuca is going to come in. She's going to do the dating game, celebrity dating game. We're going to all do impressions. It's going to be crazy, and it's going to be for the full half an hour. And so make sure if you want to win a free ripped apparel shirt, do so. Tweet in, call in, the whole joint, guys. All right, we'll see you in a little bit. It's the power of love, man. It is the power of love.
It is the power of
I
love.
feel like I should be in like a magenta leotard that's like high.
If you'd like to wear that for the impression contest, that would be great.
I didn't bring costume changes.
No? All right, guys. Back on the Schmoes No podcast. It is myself, Christian Harloff, Tiffany Smith, the one and only Finstock, coming down the lane here. There you go. How are you? All right, so guys, this is so before we get into our contest here. Again, if you don't know about MoviePass, it's part of this contest actually. The ultimate contest is whoever had the most Twitter followers from like 3 weeks ago. Ultimately, what they would win is a date with Kristen DeLuca, who will be joining us soon. A screening to Man of Steel, which we've been talking about, and 2 months free of MoviePass, which if you don't know what MoviePass is, it's fantastic. You ultimately pay like $30-40 a month for this. You can see a ton of movies a month. You can ultimately see 30 movies a month for for nothing, and it's really worth it. If you see a lot of movies like Mark and I do, it's really worth it. And
I just did my taxes.
Yeah.
And I was looking through my credit card of how much I spent going to the movies. and I wanted to cry.
Because you need a movie pass.
Yeah.
I could have wrote that off for you. I do taxes.
Well,
you do taxes.
I'm not saying I'm not.
I made a
do
living
that,
off it.
but-
All right. Well, but that's the thing is that if you don't have Movie Pass, you should get it. It really is worth it, and it's part of the contest, and there's a reason why. So, all right, so we're waiting for the great Ken Knapsack to call in because he's going to call in pretty soon here. Yeah, we're going to call. He's going to call in, and Ken Riley, give him a text and let him know that we're waiting for him. Yeah.
I got an idea.
Yeah.
I just want to run it by you guys to see if it's cool or not.
Shoot.
It's called, it's an app. It's called What Would Rocky Say? So basically what happens is, you could say, you throw something into the, you say like, hey, you want to go out on a date? And Rocky says, hey, yeah, let's go to the zoo or whatever. What would Rocky say?
There's one that William Shatner did, an app just like that.
Can I do Rocky?
Maybe let's see what our caller has to say about it.
Okay.
All right, caller, do you think that Finstock should be able to do his own app?
I don't think that's part of his work release program, and the great police state of California will be contacting him shortly to get him back in the holding cell.
Ken Knapsack, ladies and gentlemen. Ken Knapsack.
Knapsack.
Hey, Kenny, what's up, man?
In for the save.
Kenny, how are you?
I'm good, my friend. I'm good. Thank you for all the well wishes. I'm up here in Pismo Beach, California. My dad's got surgery tomorrow morning, 7 a.m.
Wow.
Quad bypass, going to be part of the Zipper Club, but we're hoping it goes well, obviously, and I appreciate all the well wishes.
Well, Ken, we are Schmoville is behind you. We here in the studio behind you. We're wishing for your dad. Please give him our best. And if this this news should come to shock to some, and I know JTI will not be happy about this news, Ken Knapsack is now in the lead for the Kristen DeLuca date, the Movie Pass, and Man of Steel. If you don't remember, when a long time ago, Josh the intern was up by 80. 80 he was up by. Ken Knapsack's up by around 3 right now. That is a big. Kenny, anything on the most recent move to pass Josh the intern?
Well, I counted myself out, and it's a lesson you got to learn in life about faith and believing in yourself. It's kind of like a cheesy USA movie on a Friday night. You got to dig deep down, believe in the power of love and Twitter, and I'm happy to be 3 up. It's a tight lead, but.
Well, maybe tonight, if you do well in this contest, you can be a lot more up. So, Ken, are you familiar with how the rules are going to work?
I haven't paid any attention to anything you said the last week, so.
Oh, good. That's good. All right. So here's while Josh goes and gets both the Wildman, who was supposed to be getting DeLuca, but I'm sure he's trying to charm DeLuca right now.
He is. They're talking.
They're talking. Okay. I'm sure he's very upset that I kicked him out. All right. So. All right, so we're going to bring DeLuca in, and I'm going to tell you guys kind of how this contest is work. Schmoville needs to know how it's going to work. Ken, you need to know how it works. So what we're going to do is I have a list of celebrities in my hand right now. Okay, all right. So we're bringing in. Here we go. So before we do that, let us bring in the lovely Kristen DeLuca, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Schmoville. Kristen, you can sit here. Okay. Thanks. No problem. All right. Kristen is in the mic. All right. So Kristen, hello, by the way.
Hi.
Okay. So here's how this is going to work. So we have the celebrity impressions. I have them in my. I'm going to sit where the wild man got kicked out in a second here. We have a list of celebrities. We're going to put them in a hat, and then we all pick them out. You do not tell the celebrity that you have. You have to do that impression. Kristen's going to. You're going to have 4 rounds. Okay. There are going to be 4 rounds. Kristen will ask, "Where would you take me on your first date?" Okay, if you get Leonardo DiCaprio, you have to answer like Leonardo DiCaprio, and you have to answer like he would in his character. Listen, I'm just telling you. And she decides, and it's not just on the impression, it's on the answer itself, who she's going to keep. She's going to get rid of 3 people in round 1. There's going to be 4 rounds. The winner of this whole entire thing, Kristen will take a picture with a person, put it on her Facebook and her Twitter, tell them that because of the date scenario to follow this person, and we're going to shoot something special for the YouTube channel afterwards that she will also promote the winner. So, without any further ado, let us hit the music, Johnny Ice.
This is amazing.
Okay, so here's how it's going to. JTI, I need the hat. All right, so Tiffany's going to go first. No. You're just gonna pick. You're just gonna pick yours first. You're just gonna pick yours first. So there's gonna be Tiffany. So what happened? Now here's the thing. Tiffany and I loaded this thing with impressions that myself and Tiffany could do. Because we have nothing to win in this thing. So we figured we might as well come off looking good in this thing. So I wrote Tiffany and I said, "What impressions do you do well?" She wrote back, "English and Southern."
And I said kind of French.
And kind of French. Those were the impressions. So we didn't want to count because we didn't want to count out any. Is this still John? Is this thing okay? So I didn't want to count. I didn't want to count out the fact, Kristen, maybe a lady could woo you. So we figured, okay.
I'm like the safest bet.
Well, okay. So maybe there's a certain celebrity woman that could woo Kristen. So I put 4 names in. Don't tell us who you got. Pick it. Pick it, and this is who you got for. That's your celebrity that you're going to have for all 4 rounds if you make it, unless Kristen thinks you're terrible and gets rid of you round 1. All right, so hat. Where's your hat?
I may as well just quit.
All right, now let's let our guest. Now we're going to do these quick. So go to Riley. Go to Riley, Finstock, and Makuga. They will all pick. Guys, here's all your. Make sure here's all your celebrities, and again, commit to it, even if you know that your impression is terrible. Commit to it. What would the person say? You're trying to woo Kristen DeLuca here. What's that? Oh, Finstock. Okay, here's the thing. We're gonna.
I hope I get Henry Winkler.
Now, there's a reason Finstock is in this as well, and I have a special announcement to make about Finstock. Now, let me pick mine.
I gave you different accents, and I didn't realize I had to be one stupid person the entire time.
Well, that's why you should ask questions instead of just texting obnoxiously.
You know what? I was sick, and you were texting me a lot, and so I just responded as quickly as I could.
Fair enough. Okay, did you get... What's that?
Also, I get a little bratty when I'm sick.
No, that's not that one. Okay, so okay,
this is such a well-produced segment.
Oh wait! Oh, you know what?
Thank you.
Wait, hold on a second. You got to pick for someone's got to pick for Kenny also, and then Riley, you got to text Kenny his one. Here, give me. This is Kenny's.
Okay, Ken, you'll be getting a text from me.
Here, this is Kenny's.
Of who you are.
All right, so everybody.
Okay.
Oh, I love who I got. All right. Now here, Bobby. When we were on the phone today, you told me something that you wanted to do. There was a reason. There was a reason that you were here first and foremost. Can you tell us why?
Yeah, basically, I want to throw my hat into the ring with this little date scenario.
So Bobby Finstock now. So wait, you know that you're about 130 behind. Schmoville would all have to follow you at once right now.
Yeah, look. I mean, I've made my living.
Well, let's ask Kristen. Can Bobby throw his hat in the ring?
Why not?
Wow, Bobby Finstock is officially.
All
right. Bobby Finstock is officially part of the contest. So follow him now, Schmoville, and then that. Wow. So okay, Bobby, you're in it.
She's got great clavicle bones too.
Ken Knapsack, did you get my text?
I did.
Okay. All right. So here's how we go.
Can we repick?
No, you cannot repick. All right. So it's going to be now. Because there's so many people for round 1. Kristen will ask her question. We will go around the room, and you have to answer fast as this person, and then she will eliminate 3 people right away. So Shoesy Pants will go first. No, he won't. Yes, you will. Kristen DeLuca. Oh no, you know what? Oh no, here we go. No, wait. That's fine. Riley, shush. Riley, contestant number 1. Finstock, contestant number 2. Makuga, number 3. Tiffany, number 4. 5 is intern. 6, myself. You're 7. Okay? So you now say whatever contestant you want to ask first. What's that?
Blindfold?
We don't need to blindfold her. That's
Can't
fine.
we just go in order? Like around
yeah, you can. You totally
that's
can.
Easy.
Okay, so, all right. So, Kristen, here you go. Ask your first question.
If you had an American Express black card, where would you take me on a first date to impress me?
Whoa. Contestant number 1.
You know, I would, if I had an American Express black card, I would, well, first we would go get drinks. But you would pay for those drinks, of course.
Oh, okay. All right. That's the answer. Okay.
I wasn't done.
You have to be done. This is quick, but that was good. That was our first one. I think that we pretty much know who that was. Now, number 2.
We could go to the library. Maybe I can blow up everything and you can read some books.
I don't know who that was, and Stallone was not on that list.
No.
So, all right. So
like he's got the Stallone cup. That's all he's doing.
That was a terrible Bane. Okay, all right. So now, no, I have to. Well, if he's terrible, we have to. Schmobil's not going to get that. Here's number 3.
I
dig you the St. Regis in Dana Point.
Wow. I don't know,
made me
Kristen, did you
really-
understand what he
No.
said? Okay, so Chris, all right, so Batch, here you go. Ready? Go ahead. Tiffany, you're
I don't even know
you're
how she
eliminated.
talks. With my black card, I could take you to space with Matthew McConaughey because I was in a movie.
Wow. Okay. All right. Now going to the phone. We have our celebrity. We have our celebrity on the phone.
Yeah, Kristen, if I had an American Express black card, I'd leave the UFC training rings and I'd buy California Adventureland for you, and we'd go ride the cars ride all day.
Wow. Can I ask, who are we talking to?
This is Nick Nolte.
Wow, Nick Nolte.
From
Okay.
Hawaii.
All right.
From
So
Hawaii.
all right. So apparently someone's tapping me on the back. They want to get in here.
What if I have an American Express card? Do
I
I
know
automatically
exactly
win?
who you are already.
Oh, Kristen, if I had a black card, I'd probably take you to a nice restaurant, and afterwards, I think if we just skip the dinner, and I'd ask you if you want to see my chest.
Stop it. Dude, how did you pick this one?
Do you like dragons? Oh, because I do. All right. George R.R. Martin.
Oh, P.S. I was Jodie Foster.
Oh, you were.
All right, let me tell you what we're going to do. We're going to go get a steak, okay? And we're going to take that back home. And if you overcook that steak, oh, my God, if you overcook that steak, I swear I put my fist, ooh, just you better make sure you cook that steak right. Don't you burn that steak.
I think that was a bad De Niro, but he committed
wasn't
to
bad.
it.
It wasn't
committed
bad.
to it. Committed to it. All right, Choosy Pants.
Better than my Bane.
I wouldn't need a black card because I make my own money. So I'd probably take you out for some nice fried chicken after I get my car washed. And then we just see where it goes.
Is that Pacino? No, who's that?
Wow.
You can tell us. Who is that? Walter White. Okay,
Walter White.
Walter White from Breaking Bad. All right, so Kristen.
Oh, I was like,
All right, Kristen. So
Walter White.
you, Kristen. Now Kristen, you can eliminate.
Oh, shit.
You can eliminate 4 people.
4?
4. Do you want to eliminate Christopher Walken? Do you want to eliminate Bane, the Joker, Jodie Foster, George R.R. Martin? Who is Kenny?
Nick Nolte.
Nick Nolte. De Niro.
Oh, my God.
Or
Finstock just pulled out a fake black card.
That was amazing.
or Walter White. Kristen.
All right, so I'm eliminating 4.
Yep.
All right, so
Who's gone?
number 1.
Wow, Christopher Walken's gone? Wow, Christopher Walken gone. See you later, Walken.
It's real black.
All right.
Number 5.
Is that me?
Me.
It's you? Okay.
No, wait. No, it's you.
Me. George R.R. Martin. George R.R. Martin hitting the deck.
I thought you
All
were
right.
the Joker.
Yeah, all right.
I didn't know who you were.
Joker would sound a little more like this.
The real Joker.
7.
Walter White. Okay, one more.
One more. Shit.
Yeah. Who's gone?
4.
All right, Tiffany's gone. Okay.
I wanted to keep
So
it
that
in.
leaves Robert De Niro.
I had no
Robert De Niro, Bane, the Joker. That's it. So there's only 3 left?
My
Oh, no.
God.
And Ken
Kenny.
Napsong.
And Nick Nolte. Okay, all right.
Guys, someone
so,
do a good Jodie Foster.
all right, here we go. So, Kristen, your second question.
Your shoes are
Yes.
orange, woman.
Here we go. Second question.
If we were making out on a first date, would you prefer me to be 100% sober or a bit drunk?
Whoa. Bane?
Heavily intoxicated.
Bane?
Heavily intoxicated.
All right. Joker? Joker?
That works. Though.
I prefer if you and me were both sharing the same bottle of sherry that I got from the Batman.
Nick Nolte?
Well, Kirsten, I wouldn't be sober if I was making out with you, so that's the better question. Do you like whiskey?
All right. Robert De Niro.
I'll take you back to my club here in New York. We go right through the back, right through the line, right through the kitchen. Skip up, then put up a table, put it right there for us. And we'll have you a couple drinks. Whatever you end up is what you end up.
Whoa, De Niro with the smooth answer. All right. Kristen, you have to get rid of one. One person. Who do you get rid of?
De Niro.
De Niro! Wow! De Niro has the smooth answer, and he's gone.
What the
wow!
heck?
So that leaves us now.
She wants to be heavily intoxicated.
This is it. Round 2 between Nick Nolte, the Joker, and Bane. All right, Kristen. Come on, Kristen.
If I wanted to do a threesome with another guy, would you agree to it?
Whoa. Bane.
Absolutely.
All right, Joker. Answer and why. Come on, Joker.
Come on. It all depends on who the guy is. If it's the Batman, yes.
All right, Nick Nolte.
Kristen, in the movie Warrior, I have 2 sons who wrestle each other, Joe Edgerton and Tom Hardy. So if you wanted to do it with them, I'd love to watch. That's more my style.
Nick Nolte. All right, Kristen, this is the big one. This gets you to the final round, the last round. Who do you eliminate? One. You eliminate one.
Nolte.
Nolte hitting the deck. Wow.
That's all right. I'm gonna go drink.
All right,
And
Nick
just
Nolte's
because
gonna
she
drink.
can't see your face while you're doing
Yeah,
that
all right,
question.
Nick Nolte, you did well. We'll see you soon. And it's now between Bane and the Joker, the supervillains, the mega powers, for the final question of the night. Now these two are both in the contest, so whoever wins this will have taken a picture with Kristen, and it will be tweeted out on our Facebook and Twitter, and we'll maybe get a jump in this contest. Kristen, ask your final question.
I do Texas too.
And it's clear that she likes the bad boys, the villains.
Yeah.
She likes chestnut. She likes chestnut.
All right, here it is. Here it is.
If I farted really loud when we're out in public together and you heard it, would you say something or would you act like it never happened? And what if it smelled really bad?
Whoa. Bane?
I'd actually go down there and try to smell it. See what it smelled like. A girl with a good smelling fart always works for me.
How is that Bane's voice?
He's trying. He's committing. He's committing. We know that the impressions weren't good.
It
It's
works.
about committing.
It means you eat good food.
Joker?
I don't know if I appreciate a woman that farts, but if you want to rob a bank with me and then you fart in the vault, yes.
All right. So there's your answer. Kristen, who wins the contest? Is it the Joker? Is it Bane? Who takes the picture with you? Who gets blasted on Facebook and Twitter?
I don't know. I need help.
All right. That's a good. Schmoville. How about Schmoville tweets in? Let's have Schmoville tweet in. Who do you think should win? Should it be Bane? Should it be the Joker? Let's take a call from Schmoville and see what they think. The contest for Schmoville. All right. Let's see.
Oh, man, guys.
All right, we're hanging up on Kenny.
I have a real working black card.
All right, hold on. Here's a tweet from Schmoville.
It's not mine.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Well, I'm creepy too.
Hello,
Bane.
Bobby, it's me, Bane.
Joker, Bane,
Tiffany,
Bane.
and those glasses.
It's
you look
mixed.
so good.
That was good.
Charlie Chaplin finished third.
I'll be honest with you. Now, Bobby Finstock is a maniac, and he's fun, and people love him. Now that he's way behind in the contest. Josh McCouga is in third place, and has ranked high in your quizzes previously.
True.
Either one of these guys, eventually in the date, should they win, would be very entertaining, and Bobby Finstock has a Stallone mug. Your final answer.
Who was in Playgirl?
Oh, God. Well, my final answer then would be I don't think it's fair because you just came on. Right?
Hey, I mean, it's up to you.
But what if he's the underdog, though? What if you want to pick it up?
Still.
All right.
I don't go for the underdogs.
Joker wins.
That's fine.
I
Joker.
like my men on top.
Oh, wow. The Joker. Wildman McCouga taking the game. Taking the game. All right. Josh McCouga. So there you go. If you don't follow Josh McCouga, you should follow him. We're going to take a picture with Kristen and Josh. JTI, take my camera in a second. And then, Kristen, would you take the picture with Josh? I guess back in the conference room, and I'll meet you. We're going to go to break in a second, and then I'll meet you. We're going to shoot our
That
special
just sounded
video.
really
Well, we're
Do I
gonna,
get a
I'll meet you in the
a
conference
10-second
room.
Thank you speech.
later
Joker.
when you come back in later. So we're gonna what we're gonna do is if we have 5 minutes. So what I want you to do is you guys take the picture so I can give that to her, and then we're gonna shoot our video for the YouTube channel, which we'll post tomorrow. Okay. And it was a lot of fun. Everybody, thank Kristen DeLuca.
Thank
and then
you.
We're gonna
Hey, all
thank you,
right.
Kristen.
I feel like we were in school.
I could have did your
Thank
taxes.
you,
Oh,
Kristen.
My camera's here.
That was your date. You're trying to win over the date. I could have done your taxes.
All right, go take your picture.
My heart belongs to you. Anyway,
Good job, guys. Everyone, just great job.
All
Great
right,
job.
crazy show. And George R. R. Martin getting the boot in round 1.
Like,
oh, man.
I feel like every time you have to choose something out of a hat, it's always who you want. You rig it. You only put George R. R. Martin in your bag.
I didn't want George R. R. Martin. That was too tough. I knew that he's too creepy. He would have got eliminated quick. I would have. Are you kidding me? I would have loved Nick Nolte. That would have been a lot of fun.
But I thought my walking was pretty
Your walking
good.
was good, dude.
Guys,
The fact that I
round
got
one. Look,
round one.
Makuga won this before it started. Let's be
Yeah, he
honest.
was sitting in the.
Although
in the green room.
Finstock did really well.
Well, I think she's seen a
guys.
couple of things on me. I mean, obviously, the beard from the left-hand side is way better than the right-hand side.
All right. Well, I want to get a couple calls from
I'm
Smoke.
actually I lost. I'm glad I lost because I didn't want to, ruin, me and Tiffany's little thing. we got
I
going
get
on
it.
too,
I understand, Tiffany. But are you happy because he did well? He did really good. But I think he bailed at the end because he knew that the date with you was still
I feel
intact.
like his impersonation was really strong towards the beginning of the kind of
Because he knew he didn't want to win. He knew that he was his heart is yours.
Yeah, actually,
was it my Jodie Foster impression? That really
All right, hey, you're in Schmoville. Who do we got?
Hello, this is Patrick Hogue.
Hoagie. So who do you think should have won?
Sorry, Bobby. I was going to call in and say for Josh.
Oh, all right.
No, that's
okay.
cool.
All right. Thank you, Hoax.
But guess what?
I want to take
He
another
did
call.
win.
But she
What?
would have been in trouble. Anyway.
Josh did.
Yeah, he
win.
did. That's why. But that's what you're saying. Hey, you're in Schmoville. Who do we got?
Hey guys, Mike from Philly. What's up?
What's up, Mike?
Hi, Mike.
So, Mike, who do you think should have won that contest?
I definitely think Josh McCouga had it hands down.
Okay.
Joker Price was solid.
Well, it looks like. See, thank you, Kevin Allison, 77. Creepy George R. R. Martin getting the boot early was bullshit. I agree. George R. R. Martin should have stayed around for a little longer.
There's nothing like sexy about that voice to a woman.
Well, I know, but I mean, listen, it was the card I was
It
dealt.
was a good impression.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
I
know.
thought you were the Joker, but
I'm actually glad I lost because, well, she's probably lucky because I have something called sexsomnia. It's almost like sleepwalking.
Yeah.
But you actually instead
All right,
you have
all right,
sex
all
with the
right,
person.
all right, stop it.
instead of
Hey, you're in Schmoville. Who do we got?
I love it when he goes so far that Christian.
Hey, guys. It's Mike from Olympia.
Mike, what's up, man? So, who did you think should have won the contest?
I think it should have been Knapsack. His Nick Nolte impression was actually pretty spot on.
And you know what? And I think, honestly, I agree. I think Knapsack, out of everyone, was the best. I think that even though his impression was the raspiness could have been a little more. I thought his answers were the
His answers
best.
were fantastic.
I thought they were
The
thought
threesome
out.
answer
Yeah, exactly.
was so good.
Yeah, everything. Knapsack, clever-wise, should have definitely won it. But look, he made the third round, and this will happen again. Thank you very much. Make sure you check out YouTube when we put up tomorrow. We're going to have the video. As soon as we go to break, I'm going to shoot the video, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So thank you for the call, dude. Appreciate it. Cool. All right. So we're going to one more call?
we have time.
All right. Let's take one more call because I'm curious. It seems like Schmoville really enjoyed the contest. I'm curious what they thought, who they liked, who they didn't like. All right. Hey, you're in Schmoville. Who do we got?
It's Austin again.
Hey, man. So what's up? Who'd you like?
All right. So first of all, I really think that as much as I love Josh McCouga as Joker, I would have loved to see Christopher Walken go to the end. I thought that was freaking awesome impersonation.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Riley's got some fans. So, all right. So, do you follow all these guys in the contest? Is the question? Because look, here's the thing: if you don't follow at Bob Finstock, BOBFINSTOCK, you should. Josh the intern at Schmo's intern, Shoozy Pants. At Riley Around, you got to follow all these guys because regardless, whoever wins this thing, the date is going to be hysterical. It's going to be a lot of fun, especially if Bob Finstock goes on the thing. So
give me a chance to win that. Forget about it.
Give him a chance. But again, your heart's with Tiffany.
Well, it is.
Yeah.
But I'm in the one night stands every once in a while. She's cool with
You
that.
just stop that. All right. Thanks for the call, man. Appreciate it. All right, so yes, we're going to get into more movie talk in a second here. We're just finishing up the last 5 minutes of this contest here and talking about it. And we have another call from Schmoville. Hey, you're in Schmoville. Who do we got?
Oh, it's Justin from Australia.
Hey, man. So what's up, brother? So what did you think of the contest? Who was your favorite? Who should have won?
Definitely the Wildman, Josh McCouga.
Wildman should have won. All right, so it looks like. Thank you for the call, man. I appreciate it. So it looks like.
Kind of boat.
Look, McCouga was the favorite. He won. So it's what happens. Next time, we'll do this again for another contest. Ellis will be here because Alf has to be thrown into the ring as well. It was a lot of fun. And as far as the rip shirt goes, I goofed, and I didn't assign anybody. So we're going to have to do some contest by the end of the night here to give away a free rip shirt. We'll figure it out afterwards. But when we're going on a break here.
You know what?
When we come back, we got to go to break. But when we come back, we're going to do Stacked. Tiffany's got a comic book she wants to talk about, and then we're going to take a lot of calls from Schmoville and talk about some news stories when we're back. All right,
Makuk went to paid her off. He was in the green room with her.
Hey, John.
All right, Schmoville, we're back. I am Christian Hartloff doing Mark Riley impression. No, I'm kidding, kids. This is Mark Riley. And I'm just kind of stalling right now while Christian is on some business. But I wanted to welcome everybody back. We got Josh McCouga in the house. We got Bobby Finstock, Tiffany Tweets.
Wearing the beard beanie.
I got some trivia.
Yeah, you have some trivia?
I do.
Fuck it, why not? I mean, I'm going to run this show right now. So what's the trivia, Mr. Finstock?
True or false? Did Ralph Macchio turn down the part for Marty McFly?
True.
That's true.
Yeah. Okay, yes.
Was the original title for Back to the Future called Spaceman from Pluto?
False.
Incorrect.
It's
Zach,
true?
You can't look stuff up, though. That's the problem
I know.
right now.
It's true.
It's true. Wow. Okay. Well, I mean, that title sucks.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad they kept it at Back to the Future.
Glad they had that meeting.
Yeah, I know, right? Well, okay, we're not going to fart around anymore. Tiffany Tweets has got. We're here with Stacked right now, and there's some Tiffany. There's some stuff that's been going on that you're going to get into that I'm interested in. So why don't you take it over?
All right, so
Is there a Stacked theme song yet?
there is, but I haven't given it to you. My friend
We-
Reese Seibold actually made a song for me that
Oh,
plays
get
under
outta here.
Stacked videos. Yeah, it's awesome.
Oh, we
Love
gotta
it.
get that.
Love it.
I'll shoot a video
what?
for you.
That's fine. It's awesome.
This works for anything, really.
Today, I
Yeah.
want to talk about a comic book that I think has been on everybody's mind this week. It is Saga Chapter 12.
Nice.
So I'm just going to give a little review first before we get into the news of this issue. This issue, for me, there wasn't a whole lot of action, per se.
There was some sort of action.
It was a little bit more expositional, though,
Right.
this issue. It really was about showing this environment that all of the characters have grown up in. It was really showing the war times period for them.
What
and it
issue is this
focused-
again?
This is chapter 12.
Chapter 12. Okay.
Yeah. And it focused on Prince Robot 4. So he goes to Quietus to find the author of the book that really spurred everything on with Marco and Alana. And what I love about what Brian K. Vaughan does so well is that he makes you connect to characters within like a page or two. And there's two characters that we meet in this issue. One who I really wish was around a little bit more, and one who I think is going to be an incredibly pivotal character in the story arc. But I haven't really felt any of those sparks toward Prince Robot. I just feel like every time you see him, I'm not connecting to him. And because I know Vaughn and Staples have such a good team effort on everything that they've done, I know it's for a reason. Even looking at how they've drawn him with the monitor for a face, you don't get to see his eyes, so you don't really connect with him. But I can't wait to see what's going to happen with him. And I have to say, the last couple of pages of this issue are such a big cliffhanger. I'm not going to give anything away. And now we have a hiatus for 2 or 3 months until they write something else, which is kind of crazy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, but like I said, I don't think anybody's going to stop talking about this series because of what happened with Comixology and Apple. So this week, Apple apparently banned this issue from the App Store because of sexually explicit content in the first couple of pages. When that came out, Apple was like, we didn't ban it. Comixology banned it. Comixology said that it's because of certain stipulations that Apple gave them that they thought that they wouldn't want to publish this.
Wait, so they're blaming each other, basically?
Well,
yeah, that's
Comixology
fishy.
came out and apologized and said, yes, they hadn't actually sent the issue to them to see. They just assumed that this was something that they wouldn't publish. The weird part for me, though, is if you've read Saga, you know it's a mature comic book series. Every issue has had something pretty explicit in it. So for this specific issue to be the one that's gotten so much press about it is pretty surprising to me because there's so many other comic books that have come out. And even when this story came out, Comixology also said, they're like, okay, we're also going to republish Sex, which is another Image title that no one heard about banning So it's kind of interesting to see what stuff comes out. And honestly, for me, from my perspective, reading this issue, I didn't even notice it, and I don't know that it was necessary for this story, the scenes that they're talking about.
Yeah.
But do I think that Comixology should tell us what issues we can and can't read? No. My answer to all of this is go to your comic store and pick up whatever issues you want because they're not going to be banned there. How do you guys feel?
I think certainly as far as the controversy goes, I mean, the explicit material in question, I mean, I was way more traumatized by the Giant in issue 6 or 7 and all that business going on than, you know, what was on here. So it kind of seems it's a weird little overreaction on somebody's part, whoever the hell did it.
We've had explicit sex scenes before, but this one is guys.
Sorry, which property? So which property was this?
It's from Image. It's called Saga, and Apple didn't ban it, but did ban it. Comixology actually banned it because of like 2 frames that are postage size images of penises, blowjobs, guy on guy. Yeah.
Gay or
wow. Okay. I think basically what it comes down to is things get banned or things get taken off the shelves for publicity. It's the same thing that happened with the Django Unchained dolls.
Right.
I don't
makes it more wanted.
I agree. I don't think that that's initially why it happened. I do think that it helps.
Oh yeah, this is going to be like the top selling issue of Saga ever.
Yeah. I agree with Joey Beans. At Joey Beans 81 just says Finstock has no clue what Tiffany Tweets just said.
But I came back with a pretty good thought process on it.
She started talking comic books. Him and McCoy were just sitting there like, okay, I'm just going to play a game on my phone now.
Right.
It's like when they talk about sports.
All right, tweeting. So again, if you stacked with Tiffany, you can see, and JTI is going to tape her segment tomorrow, and you guys are going to do 3 new comics. Correct?
Yep.
Or is it 2? 3?
Well, 2, but we'll do a little bit more on Saga.
Okay, cool. So a total of 3, including Saga.
Yep.
And you can check that every Saturday on youtube.com/schmoes. Tiffany does her stacked issue. It's really good. It's a lot of fun. It actually has gotten me wanting to read comics, and I think if you guys watch it, you will too.
Point of it.
It's true. All right, guys. So now it's going to be again this is a very kind of open format show. We're going to have Schmoville kind of set the tone here. You guys call in at 323-622-8623, and we're going to talk about the news stories and stuff that you want to talk about today. Anything particular you want to chat about? Let's get it. 323-622-8623, because there's a lot of stories also that we forgot, because one of the things too, there's a rumor that Mel Gibson is rumored to be directing Expendables 3.
Yes.
Now look, this is something that Stallone had put out into the universe.
He did on Twitter.
Twitter? They put it on Twitter. They put it out there on Twitter.
Yeah,
and
on the tweet page.
Look,
everybody's doing Twitter.
Yeah, it's out there on Twitter, and
That's the best thing I heard in a long time.
Yeah, I have to tell you that the thing was that it excites me because, look, he can't get any work right now because he's a madman. And if this is the one he's going to direct, God knows the Expendables needs a fantastic director. Crazy as he is, he's
everyone's going to go see it.
Of course, and he's one of the best directors ever.
I'm all for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
All right, hey, you're in Schmoville. Who do we got?
We got Christian.
Hey, dude.
Pasadena.
Great name.
Hi.
Great name. So, what do you think about Mel Gibson on Expendables?
I'm not really sure. He's been kind of like off the radar for the past couple of months, so I'm not sure if he will deliver for Expendables 3.
Well, how hard could it be, though, to deliver for Expendables 3, especially when you're Mel Gibson, you've done Braveheart and Apocalypto and all these great movies and Passion
The Man
of the Christ.
Without a Face.
Yeah, right. You've done those movies. It is, but when you've done those movies, how hard is it really to direct Expendables 3?
I could do that with his eyes closed and one hand behind his
Yeah,
back.
you have a point there, but I'm more about the person who loves the idea of throwing 80s, 90s action heroes into one jam-packed thing, because I'm not watching it for acting, I'm watching it for the action.
I agree with you. I mean, I agree.
And in that sense, I think Mel Gibson is like one of those directors who can do a Braveheart, who can do an Apocalypto, but I'm not sure he could, not in his like texture, in my words.
All right, go ahead, Bobby.
Well, he's also a writer, so he'll probably clean up the script a lot. I mean, I don't think Mel's going to do anything that's the last couple of Expendable movies. I mean, like Mickey Rourke's scene, all the mumbo jumbo that was going on. This was just like a bunch of people yelling and stuff like that, and ship getting blown up. I think this guy should be better.
But I see that's the thing, though. Is I understand his point here is the fact that you don't really go to the Expendables to see quality scripts and everything too, but. What if you went and you got that?
Yeah.
Then it would add to all that action. Then you have Mel Gibson who can direct anything. He's a great director. He's crazier than shit, but he's a great director. And if he did that, look, the controversy would be all over the place.
And he's not a stranger to action either, so it's not like
I mean,
he wouldn't know how to
and
do
the
it.
violence. The guy knows how to shoot violence. He knows. I mean, it would be a crazy movie. Thanks for the call, dude. Appreciate it.
I feel like it would be insane to be on set with all those big personalities, though.
Oh, absolutely.
and his would be the biggest. Can you imagine?
Oh, it'd be a lot of fun. All right. Hey, you're in Schmoville. Who do we got?
Oh, hey guys, it's Abraham Dorado again.
Who's that?
Abraham Lincoln.
Oh, sorry. It's my phone's weird. It's Abraham Dorado from Mesa, Arizona.
Hey,
how
Abraham.
you guys doing?
Good, man. What's going on? So what do you got?
Oh well, I wanted to go back to the whole Neil Blomkamp Elysium thing and more in depth about because I'm a huge gamer and I'm especially a huge Halo fan, and also. One of the news stories I was excited this week was that Neil Blomkamp said that he was open to still do the Halo movie if he would have full control of it, and that gave me hope, and that really excited me because when I saw the trailer for Elysium, I really dug it. Like it had that sort of Halo-esque feel to it,
right?
And it was really mysterious, and it really had you intrigued into it. And I really think that Blomkamp would be the one good director that I think would do a Halo movie justice.
Great call, Abraham. Thank you. Yeah, I think that again, and it's one of those things too. You were saying before, Tiffany. Also, it's like, look, if you go to see Elysium and it's just incredible and knocks you out of the park, and you are satisfied with it, of course you're going to want him to do Halo, and that's probably what they're looking at. They're probably going to go, let's see how Elysium plays.
That's kind of what District 9 was. Like he was going to do Halo. He's too new. We're going to let him do this and see what happens. And then it was amazing.
Yeah, and now he's going to have a lot more say, and now which is actually better for us.
Well, it's almost like the story of like the high school kid who's nerdy and awkward, and then he comes back and he's like the hottest dude ever. That's what it feels like his story is, that no one wanted to let him do it. And now that he's making a crap ton of money, making awesome movies, they're like, we'll let you do whatever you want with Halo.
I agree. Story. All right, hey, you're in Schmoville. Who do we got?
Hey guys, George, what's up?
What's up, man? So what do you got?
Georgie.
Hey, have you guys heard about the movie Mud with Matthew McConaughey at Sundance?
About
a while back.
Say that again, George.
Have you heard of the film Mud with Matthew McConaughey?
Oh yes. We missed the screening actually.
Yeah, I saw Killer Joe and in theaters when that came out, and it just blew my mind. And people have given him crap about the romantic comedies and stuff, but he's just a sick, really good actor. I'm just really excited for Mud, but I don't know if they've given it a release date. I think it might be April, but I'm not sure. I was just wondering what your guys' thoughts were.
I think it's a little late
on that film.
Is that the one where he drops the weight?
Thanks, Georgie. What
is that the one where he drops the weight?
I don't know if that's the one he drops the weight, but like I
think it is.
Maybe.
I think it is.
I have to. I think it is. It's either April or May. But like we got invited to screen, but it was landed on a Thursday night, and it just couldn't do it. But I mean, yeah, McConaughey's good, and I agree with you too. He's getting away. I think that he spent a little too much time in the romantic comedy genre. And again, he was really good in Magic Mike also too.
I feel like he knows what he's good at, what people like seeing him as. He wanted to have some family time, make some easy movies, make some money.
That's dangerous.
But you're still willing to go see him in a movie where he's not playing that romantic comedy character.
Because he switched over. He did Lincoln Lawyer, which is a good movie.
Yeah.
But he was spending too much time in that genre, and like Ellis and I at one point we kept seeing these shit bombs after shit bombs. And we're like, Matthew McConaughey started to become a joke. Like back in the day with Time to Kill, he wasn't a joke, and then he was doing all these movies, and it's like, oh, this is he's that guy, he's money guy now.
He wanted the money,
right? And it started to show. So now he's going back into serious stuff, and he's starting to show his chops.
Correct.
And when he acts, He's great.
Yeah.
When he's again Lincoln Lawyer, really good. I'm super happy that he's doing Interstellar. I think he'll be great in the film.
I feel like Gerard Butler took over the Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah.
And he's even getting out of there now.
I feel
Is he
like
starting to
it's
get
not-
out of
there? Yeah, look
it's
at
not
look
like
at Olympus.
why is it such a big deal for an actor to take some time and do something that like people enjoy, but that's easy for them?
It's not a matter of
money.
Yeah, I know, no, but that's not it. It's not a matter of just doing one or two, because there's tons of actors that do that. It's a matter of how you pace yourself. If you do like a serious one, a drama one, then a comedy, drama. If you pace it out, then everyone goes, oh, they're just trying to do everything, and tomorrow next day he'll be in a sci-fi movie that's probably great. I'm not going to see him in a romantic comedy. But if you start to become the romantic comedy guy after like 3 or 4 years, then you have a stigma. Then it's like
Most actors are kind of pigeonholed into some kind of avenue that way,
True.
where whether it's sci-fi, like all the sci-fi actors, like even the people on our Star Wars draft, it's like most of them have done some kind of sci-fi before, or that's all they've done.
That reminds me. You bring up the Star Wars draft. There's something, and Kenny, I hope Kenny's still listening to this right now too, because we need to do there are amendments that we need to do.
Yes, we do.
We have to add more actors. That was the agreement. After a couple months, we were going to add more actors and do the second round of the
we're
draft.
doing a supplemental draft.
Yeah, do a
right?
supplemental draft. Yeah. So all right, but anyway, so
We're getting
that's
back to
just
what you were
something.
saying
Yeah, we
on
didn't
that.
tell you, so you couldn't come up with any cheating plans.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
because I need to start cheating now.
Yeah.
Hold on,
Like,
Maku-
you should have told me.
Oh, Wildman's got some.
I have a problem with this whole like pigeonholing actors into things. They make choices, okay? Gerard Butler could have not done Playing for Keeps, okay? He read the script. It's not like he went in blindfolded and was like, "Well, Catherine Zeta-Jones."
You can't
in the movie.
prove that he read the script.
He might not have.
I'm just saying, listen, we all knew Katherine Heigl was a hack, okay? And she did 3 movies. They all blew. Now we're never going to see her again, thank God, okay? What we are saying is that just because these actors get pigeonholed in rom-coms doesn't mean they can't make a comeback.
Yeah,
No, I
and
know.
I'm not saying
I
that.
agree.
I'm saying, why is it such a negative thing if an actor's like, hey, I want to take 10 years and just do rom-coms and like take it easy?
Because it's just a matter again.
Cheesy writing.
But it's public opinion though. Because again, if you just keep seeing him again and again and again in the same shit, like, oh, this is that cheesy. Because again, like let's say a 14-year-old kid, a 13-year-old kid who doesn't know Matthew McConaughey from the older movies, just sees him for 10 years doing this shit, and then in 10 years from now he changes and he starts doing actions. Like, that's the guy that was in all those things about the bear and the
Yeah.
farts. And
Well,
it's like,
why
oh,
can't he do that?
I mean, look,
I just think
It's like
that it's after 10. It's
Dustin Hoffman
switch it up.
turned down to play Lex Luthor in Superman because he didn't want to get
Pigeonholed.
typecasted as that guy.
Yeah.
And so did Gene Hackman for a while until Richard Donner talked them into it.
Right.
They didn't want to play that part because they're serious actors. They're playing Kramer versus Kramer.
But I
they're
think
French
that's I
Connection.
think that's a particular circumstance. I think that there's also there's the question is it's not a matter of if you're going to do that. It's if you're going to do 5 or 6 or 7 in a row, then you are a romantic comedy guy. Like that's just there are certain guys that just do the same shit. And Gerard Butler was one of those guys who's now is going back to action. I think he was a guy who didn't want to be pigeonholed as an action guy, so that's why he started switching it up. But then he started getting pigeonholed.
Well, he got like
with this other shit.
$50,000 for
I
$300.
feel like it's just that. Well, and again, I take back saying he wanted to do easy stuff because just doing romantic comedy doesn't mean it's easy to do.
Comedy's
the job.
not easy.
Yeah. But
as those movies will prove.
it's just like, why does it? I just don't think it's bad if an actor decides that they want to be that comedy person. Like even Julia Roberts, I'm like, she plays the same character almost every time,
right.
But she's good at it, and people like seeing her as that. And if she enjoys it, then
I think, but again,
agents and managers has a lot to do with it.
100%. This is something to be debated all over again because again, she switched it up too. But hey, you're in Schmoville. Who do we got?
in Aaron Brockovich, what else did she switch?
Hello,
Tell
it's
us,
Joseph from Australia again.
Hey, dude, you're breaking up. So what's going on?
Hold on for a minute. Can you hear me well?
Yeah. So what do you got?
All right. I'm hearing these reports that a director's actually being chosen for the Point Break remake. That's gonna that apparently is in
Yeah, we talked.
That's Erickson Core.
What is your thoughts on that?
Yeah, we talked about it a little earlier, the Point Break thing, and we were a little up in arms about it. But if you we'll post the show. It'll be up in a little bit. And the first half we talked about Point Break for quite a bit, and we just don't think that it should have been made. But thanks for the call, man.
Come on, it's a cinematographer for Daredevil, man.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so
It's
I know
what?
it's a good point. Thank you. Yeah, again we can
That's
talk
gonna
about
be
we can talk about that when
Can we
we throw a
just leave
blow
it
in the
with
face.
Point Break live?
I don't want
Because
to.
I feel like people got really excited about that.
No more Point Break. Hey, you're in
It's a very
Schmoville.
extreme
Who do we got?
director.
Hey, what's going on? It's Mike from Texas.
Mike, what's up, dude? What do you got for us tonight?
I just want to know what you guys think about your favorite director, Michael Bay's new movie, Pain and Gain.
Oh my God, I'm so excited about it.
Look, I love that question because Mike,
talked about this.
Mike, how long have you been watching Schmoes?
I've been watching you guys for about a year and a half now.
Okay, so you know that I'm not the biggest fan of Michael Bay.
Exactly, that's why I said your favorite director.
Yeah, no, so let me tell you this. This is the type of movie that he should be doing. This is absolutely, I like Bad Boys. I like The Rock. I think that's when Michael Bay's style and the way that he directs comedy and all that stuff, I think that's when it works for him. I think this movie, when I saw the trailer, I went, that looks like a Michael Bay movie I would have seen in late 90s, early 2000s.
It looks awesome.
It looks fun. It looks fun. It looks like it looks like a movie I don't care if the comedy is out of place because it'll work because the chemistry. I don't mind it. I don't want to see comedy with fucking Transformers. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see Transformers
You want to
dancing.
see it with turtles?
No, don't get me started on Alien Turtles.
Oh, God, please, no turtles.
Right, but so I mean, that's the thing, though. I am actually, I'm not just the guy that's just going to hate. I want to see Pain and Gain because it looks good. It looks like a style that this guy should be directing. Same way that, again, people always say how much I hate Shia LaBeouf as an actor. I don't. I think he's a good actor. I just hate him as a person. I heard him. I've heard him in interviews. He's a douche on wheels.
He's very hateable.
And he just talks about banging a married guy's wife, and he's an idiot. So, but as an actor,
I kind of want to piggyback off of what you guys are talking about, people switching genres, and I think it's great that The Rock left the whole Disney thing. Well, his contract was up with Disney or whatever, and now he's starting to make a lot of action movies. He seems like he's that new action star that the film industry needs right now.
Fantastic point. Thank you for the call. Go ahead.
I kind of feel like he can do no wrong.
Right now, the guy, how crazy is he? Just fought in WrestleMania.
He's freaking everywhere.
He's on steroids. But he has to be.
Fine, but he just fought in WrestleMania. If I am his agent or any of his people, I'm like, what are you doing? And Kenny was telling me that because I asked him, I'm like, is he going all out? He's like, oh yeah, he's going all out. He's getting hit by chairs and going. I'm like, what are you doing?
The thing that I love about him is that he knows
where he came from.
Yeah, it's like that were his roots, and that's why people love him so much. And
he really hurt himself in the match at WrestleMania.
Did he?
He tore his ab muscle right off the bone.
See, and right now I'm
you love him even more.
No.
I did that last week.
If I'm his agent, I'm like, that's it. No more. Are you crazy? We have 4 movies coming out this year.
But they're already done.
Yeah, but that works for him because the last couple of movies he put out were stinkers. So he needs those things.
What are you talking about?
What movies?
Those Angels in the Outfield or whatever.
That was years ago.
That's
G.I. Joe. G.I. Joe.
That was years ago. Hollywood is all about what have you done for me lately. And Snitch was a financial hit for the money that it was. Okay, G.I. Joe was a hit for the money that it was.
What was the one he did where he's like supposed to guard that rich kid?
The Rundown.
Oh my God!
I love The Rundown.
The Rundown is so
The Rundown's a
good.
great
movie. We did our top 5,
right?
Yeah.
I love The Rundown.
Listen, The Rock is a guy, and that's the point. It's different though too. The reason he had to do all those Disney movies because he was contracted to it as well.
But I also don't have a problem with those. It's like the milk commercial that he's doing now. He can play both sides. He can be that scary guy, but also like a sweet teddy bear.
I agree, but that's the thing though too, with that being contracted like this guy.
Whatever. I totally saw the Tooth Fairy, and I thought it was cute.
Oh,
I just love him.
All right, this
just love him.
Is Don Drysdale outside?
Will you stop with the? Will you stop? Stop it! All right, hey, you're in Schmoville. Who do we got?
Patrick again. Hope you don't mind.
What do you got, man? What's up?
I wanted to ask you about Kickstarter and with the whole Veronica Mars movie coming out, and earlier, Christian, you were talking about how you thought MacGruber 2 had no chance because no one went to see the first one. There weren't a lot of people. What do you think about Kickstarter as a viable way of helping movies out, where a movie wouldn't give funding to a studio wouldn't give funding to a movie? Do you think Kickstarter could start to be that new outing for movies that really want to raise up?
It's a good question. I thank you, Patrick. I don't know. It's tough for me, especially now after this whole scenario with the Veronica Mars. It's like, oh, we wanted $2 million, but now that we hit $2 million, we want $6 million. Oh, now we want $8 million. It's like, it feels kind of like a sham almost. I know it's not. I know that they're going to eventually put some money into it, and they want the more money they get, the better movie they can make. I get it, but it's just, I don't know. There's something that always rubs me the wrong way. I know people get gifts and stuff. I'm not on Kickstarter yet, but I could change my tune.
I don't love it, actually. Yeah. I just feel weird about it. I feel like, I mean, when you're making a movie, you're going to go around and ask people for money anyway. Right. This is like a smaller scale, so you're asking fans. So to some degree, it's the same thing, but for some reason, sometimes Kickstarter feels kind of dirty to me.
Yeah, because they're not getting, all they're getting is like a DVD and a T-shirt, not like any credit.
Yeah, but if people are giving you money for free, then let them get it. They want to see it, you know?
I get
when
it.
I do a Schmoes No Movies, people are going to give you $2 million to do it. You know, shoot it for about $500,000, pocket 1.5, call it a day.
I'm afraid that Kickstarter might turn into like what Sundance became, which was supposed to be independent, and then it became nothing but stars and stars.
You know, like the Blacklist and
if you fund a Kickstarter and you don't have a star like Kristen Bell,
you're not going to get money.
You're not going to get money. That's what worries me.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good point. Oh, what do you say? Sorry. Sorry.
Definitely a frugal playing ground for scam artists.
Why is everyone doing that?
Yeah, Tiffany, can I take a picture of your feet? Oh, my God. Oh, yeah. Any chains and whips?
I'm going to take these headphones off.
I want you to kick me in the balls until they deflate. Oh,
if Tiffany starts a Kickstarter, I'll throw some money in there for you.
Tiffany, kickstart me. All right, we got 5 minutes. Hey, you're in Schmoville. Who do we got?
Oh, hey, this is Jason from Virginia.
Jason, what's up, dude? What do you got, man?
Hey, well, first, I got big fan. Didn't get a chance to say that last time I called.
Oh, thanks, Jason.
The first time I called, so I was a bit nervous.
No problem. What do you got this week, buddy?
Well, I wanted to go back to what you were saying about No Kryptonite and Man of Steel, and also the article I just read about that, about the president of Warner Brothers saying there's obviously a lot of pressure on Man of Steel going to lead into the new DC cinematic universe type thing.
Right. So you're saying you're asking how do we feel about the fact that it's going to lead into the new universe?
Well, that, and is it there couldn't have been more pressure on Man of Steel to get that kick-started?
Okay. Well, thank you for the call.
Well, Warner Bros. Had a track record of shitty movies lately. Big time.
Well, I mean, I think
like 5 in a row.
I think what I think he's asking is the fact that there's more pressure now on Man of Steel because it is ultimately kickstarting the DC universe. So does
we had Batman.
Well, no, but that didn't start this new universe. That Batman was a standalone trilogy. Were they great movies? Yeah, but what he's talking about is the
now
fact
that people they are for sure that we're doing Justice League.
But just setting up, because look, people were all up in arms when that whole Nolan news came out because they didn't think that universe fit in with the type of universe that Justice League would be. So if you're going to have a Flash movie and a Green Arrow movie and all these movies, a Green Lantern movie, you can't. You have to have a new universe and it has to set up. But you can't have a Justice League movie now. You got to have it in 10 years or 8 years. You got to have all these signature little movies first, and Man of Steel's got to be the one to kickstart it. So,
go ahead.
Sorry, no,
go
ahead.
No, go.
Well, I was gonna say I also heard a rumor today that apparently there's some concept art floating around Warner Brothers of Charlie Hunnam as the Flash for Justice League.
Charlie Hunnam. Oh, that's Son of Anarchy, right?
Yeah, which I like, but I also think, to your point, that the Justice League movie with all of them should be like 5 years down the road.
Yeah,
but there was talk about a Flash script that was being.
I'm not.
Yeah, apparently David Goyer wrote an amazing Flash script that's just sitting on some shelf somewhere.
Again, that's a full podcast.
I think that honestly, it's the way Marvel did it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think similarly, like when they did Iron Man, I mean, I don't know how far back they knew they were going to do Avengers, honestly. But
Inception, probably.
It's kind of one of those things where people got excited about it. Okay, let's try another one. People got excited about that. Let's start putting little leads into that we might do this movie if all these movies keep doing well. So I think that it gives confidence with everything that happened with Batman. I know you're not saying that The Dark Knight is separate, but it's still that same universe. And I think that everyone going into Man of Steel is bringing some of that with them. And I don't think that's a bad thing.
No, I don't either. I just think it's tricky right now. I mean, again, this is not the last time we're going to be talking about any of this DC stuff because it's an ongoing issue. All right, guys, we had a great show tonight. It was a lot of fun. Again, Josh McCouga, the Wildman, won Kristen DeLuca's heart. Won the contest. He was the Joker, kind of. And
do you notice he hasn't said a word since winning the contest?
Of course, he's been. Yeah. So again, guys, make sure you follow us on Twitter at Schmoes No, Facebook.com/SchmoesKnow. Want to thank Schmoville for picking out all the music today. Yes, even though we weren't the biggest fans of Drive, the music was fantastic. Had to play it. But again, I know a lot of people love it. Josh the Intern loves the movie. So, look, I want to revisit that movie as well. Anyway, at Tiffany's Tweets, at Choosy Pants, at Schmoes Intern, Riley Around, Cospan, at Josh McCouga, at Bob Finstock, the whole crew, and make sure you're going to watch tomorrow's video where we put up this podcast, and Kristen DeLuca's little special message will be up there as well. What do we got next week? I think it's summer movie preview next week.
Yeah.
Pretty sure that's what it is, so we're excited.
We miss you, Ken.
Thank you,
Ladies,
guys.
Ladies, I'll be at Buffalo Wild Wings. Guys, I will not be at Buffalo Wild Wings.
All right.